5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're live. Since we started televising this, like the first 5 seconds, you can always hear him do the countdown.
I know. Every time I listen to the replay, I recognize his voice.
There we go. Advertisement.
Yay.
Advertisement. Matt broke down and spent the $3.99 so he could get the commercial-free edition of Ustream.
Hey, he was smart.
Yes.
Right, yes. Thank you.
Matt Gonerton, everybody.
Wow.
Matt Gonerton.
Using my big Irish melon.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say he's cheap.
Nope.
Well, you can. And you'd be right. If it were $4.99, I wouldn't have spent the money.
If it was $4, would you have gone that?
Yeah, not $3.99. But
I don't like to break that $4 threshold.
Yeah. So, I mean,
That $4 price point. No,
All
I don't
right.
like
It's pushing the limit.
That
Welcome
is-
to Verbal Ejaculation. This is our third televised episode.
Third televised episode?
Third televised. I think it's our 74th episode.
I think you're right,
altogether.
yeah.
74?
Is it 74?
Jesus,
All
Mary
right.
and Joseph. I'm calling out to the Catholics in the
At
audience.
75, let's just end it.
Hey, can you leave Joseph out of it, please?
no.
That guy suffered enough.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
My
he-
wife is what? How is that possible? I'm gay. Joseph. I think he was. That's why Mary was a virgin. They were married, but God came down and impregnated her.
You know, I never even thought about that before. She was a virgin, and yet they were married.
Yep.
Why was she a virgin if they were married?
Because
He
he's
was
gay.
tending to the sheep.
He never
was too busy.
concentrated.
Yep.
He never,
He never concentrated. That's true. That's true, Glad. He never
We are breaking
concentrated.
so many
You never
sins right now.
concentrated on
He
consummating.
never concentrated.
What I do love, though, is that it is our post St. Patrick's Day episode, and
Yes.
our engineer, Glenn R.J. Roulette, has set us up with a couple of Irish themes here, and
Yes.
not a single one of us is wearing green.
No.
No,
Not at
No,
all.
gray,
No.
blue, blue, blue.
And you're wearing a Mexican beer shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you're not even.
But I'm drinking an Irish
You're drinking an
non-beer,
That's
my near
true.
beer.
It even said on the Facebook, I believe, that
See,
we're
oh,
gonna go
duels.
green tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it said that everyone's gonna wear green or something like that.
Oh,
Who
and
said? You
Matt-
said we're gonna wear green?
I never
Somebody,
said-
somebody said.
I said we're going to have a
green.
party tonight.
Somebody said something about green.
I
No,
said,
no,
I said
no.
make sure you're wearing your green underwear.
Oh, green.
Oh, so I get
oh.
We're recycling tonight. That's
It's
wore
it's
yours.
going to be that type
Green,
of show.
yes.
What's
I-
that?
you wore yours, right?
Green
Yeah,
underwear.
yeah. Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
commando, but I painted my boys green. So
Whoa.
that's a little different.
I'd pay
Nice.
money not to see that.
I just slathered up the green paint before I came in tonight. Just made him green.
Wow.
Or
Wow.
I could just go back to the old days where what I did was I actually put catnip on the boys because I had a little fun before I came in.
Sutex. That's just
Yeah.
green nuts.
I
They
call-
look like little leprechauns.
I call it the Shamrock Shake that I do with the cat. You know.
Well, it's still pussy.
It is.
Well, I
Any
hope
way you can-
everyone's recovering today.
I didn't drink. You didn't drink.
I don't drink.
I didn't drink.
No.
I guess I'm the only one.
The only one that drank last
I got hammered last night
And then you started drinking.
and started drinking. I had too many beers. My liver's pissed off at me. So.
I think I was watching that on Facebook last night. Your progression into drunkenness.
Oh yeah, did you see the beer pong?
I saw that you and Melanie were having a tournament.
We had a small gathering, and we had this beer pong game going on, and I was posting, about every score, keeping updates, and as it progressed, I kept misspelling words. A lot of drunk spelling was going on to the point where it was like people couldn't make out what I was trying to say. So, but it was a fun night. It was just a small gathering, and it was a lot of fun. Today, I woke up this morning and I just felt like shit. Went to Dunkin's, got some coffee, and just took it easy today. I was gonna take it easy in the morning, but then my girlfriend Melanie wanted to go shopping, and then do all these fun, exciting things that I'm like I could really do, care less about. But I just want to stay home and just watch TV and some porn. Catch
Of course.
up with the porn.
Scott and his porn.
What-
I saw it.
That's
Well,
what
I could hear
That's
it
what
falling.
happens. And you gotta
See,
hurry
that's
up.
God saying
You gotta
stop
hurry
talking.
up with the porn because if Santorum gets elected, that's his new platform
Oh,
now,
Santorum's
right?
stuff.
No more hardcore
Santorum,
porn.
he's gonna get rid of hardcore porn. You're only gonna get Skinamax, right? If he's president, is
Did he
that
say
what
that?
Is it? He posted on his website a couple of days ago his new platform is to eliminate hardcore pornography. He's gonna go out as president, if he gets elected, he's going to help eliminate the web pornography. He's going because he feels that Obama's doing nothing to fight pornography.
But pornography creates jobs.
But
It's
no,
capitalism.
Doesn't matter.
St. Lawrence is out of touch.
cornerstone of capitalism.
Yes.
So he's going out. He wants to. It was posted all over his website. He's been like having speeches about this. He wants to eliminate pornography, because pornography is the scourge right now. So I guess he has nothing else to talk about right now. He has nothing else. Like he can't. He's kind of what? He's gone away from the birth control, right? He's gone away from that for a little bit. He's gone away from the gay marriage. He's gone away from homosexuality. So now he's decided he's going to talk about it. And I was watching O'Reilly or something the other night when I was watching the little things going across the the banner or whatever what do they call the little news?
The ticker.
The ticker,
Yeah.
the scroll. And I just started laughing out loud because I see Santorum has vowed to eliminate pornography as his, if elected president, going across and it was something he had posted on his website on Thursday night or whatever. That was his new platform that he's running on now. That he's out to get pornography. And I guess today he's trying to clarify that he's going after the hardcore pornography.
Oh, good.
And he's going after, but he's also, and child pornography. Like, he's going after that. He wants to make sure people know that he's really trying, because he thinks Obama's doing nothing, because, Obama should be focusing on pornography.
But pornography
But
creates jobs, so
It does.
Obama is creating jobs.
And
He
some of
lets
the
industry continue.
major big, major corporations have tons and millions of dollars invested in pornography. I mean, because it's
Yes.
a lot of those companies, a lot of companies would be out of business if it wasn't for pornography. But he does. He wants to focus on pornography. So instead of looking at gas prices, instead of looking at creating jobs, he's going to focus on pornography for right now.
Anal Probe 3.
And
brought to you
that's
by
probably
Pepsi.
why. And that's probably why he lost Puerto Rico today. That's probably why.
Is there a lot of pornography in Puerto Rico?
I think there is a
Are
lot
there
of
a lot of Puerto Ricans in
There's a lot of.
pornography?
I think there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in pornography, and there's a
He
lot of.
lost it because of English.
Hmm?
He lost it
Oh,
because
because
he's speaking English.
You're a racist for saying that.
You're a racist.
You're a racist.
What do the English
Glenn.
have to do with it, Glenn? How dare you?
What is that? How dare
We've been
you.
ignoring Matt in the chat room tonight. I believe he was commenting on the Virgin Mary. He said they weren't married first. I don't know. I've never read the book. I heard it's a good book, but I've never finished the Bible.
I
know-
skipped ahead to the end.
I know how it ends, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like I skipped Titanic because I know how that one ends. And then he said, "Now you're talking." I think he's referring to us being in our underwear. Just going to make that assumption. And if they keep their socks or shoes on, it's not hardcore. So you have to be completely
that what it
naked.
is?
That's
So-
what makes it hardcore.
If they
Yeah.
have socks or
Wow.
shoes, really?
I think what makes it hardcore is when you
Oh, green
actually-
underwear. Oh, he's commenting on green underwear.
Oh.
All right.
Does that make it hardcore?
That makes it
Okay.
hardcore. Because green is sin, isn't it? It's greed.
Yes, power and greed.
Power and greed.
Right, Glenn?
Yeah.
Power and greed.
Smart people choose green, don't they? Or color? That's what they say.
I don't, it's the sexiest
Is
of
it?
the M&Ms, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you mean rich
It is.
people use green.
Yours people
It's the M&M that makes you horny.
Really?
Yeah, if you eat green M&Ms, you're supposed to get really horny. Supposedly, that was the rumor.
I know.
I thought it's just because I sit next to you, Dan.
That's what it is.
It's what it is.
That's what it is.
I'm going to the store right after the show ends, and I'm gonna get myself some green M&Ms.
All right.
I'm gonna tell my
And then you're
girlfriend.
good. Oh, I was gonna say you could come over to my place.
Well, actually, change of plans. I'll go to your place.
All right, there we go.
So
It's called experimentation.
experimentation.
Why don't you
It
bring your
happens after
girlfriend? You
college.
guys can have a
Yes.
three-way.
Play the lottery.
She
Play
can
the
hold
lottery.
she can hold the camera.
Now,
Um,
I'm getting a thing here. We have St. Patrick's Day bears. I don't see any bears on the
Now
side.
there's a brown female M&M that's sexy and she knows. Oh yeah, it's
The
being
new
newer.
brown one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's what St. Patrick's Day bears?
Yes.
That was on the Let It Large show.
Oh, okay.
Dancing Bears.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yes.
all right.
The
Are they still on the set here somewhere though? I
no,
don't
it was
see
a
the bears
video.
anywhere.
It was a
Okay.
video. It was
Oh.
pretty much the dead bears.
So it was the Grateful Dead Bears just
Yeah.
doing a same. Okay,
Yeah,
Stuffed
that's what it
bears
was.
that dance.
I see.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those episodes.
Yes.
It's gonna be one of those.
Fucking great weather.
It was.
It's great fucking weather.
That's why
actually.
people
It
went
is.
and dragged their asses out shopping today because it was like 90 degrees, right?
Yep.
What better day to go out shopping?
I
It's
went
nice
to
and
the
hot.
Wall of Mart today. Did my shopping. It was. Actually, I went in for a couple of things, and I always come out with a basket full of shit.
I hate shopping. Me and my girlfriend Melanie go to Shaw's over in South Willow, and it is dreadful. Not one person on the floor. They're all at the cash registers and at the deli, but not one on the floor to help me find pizza dough. I'm looking for pizza dough, and I'm running from one end of the store to the other end of the store trying to find pizza dough, and I got this one lady just staring at me, and it's like
It's not on either end, it's in the middle. You should have looked in the middle.
so it's
Yeah.
in the middle. Actually, it was on one of the ends in the middle.
Right,
So
Yeah.
that's why I forgot to look.
What he
And
said.
yeah.
I-
It's on that end that's in the middle.
that-
They're going out of business soon.
towards
I
the
heard.
front, but near the
Really?
back.
Yeah,
Again,
that's what I heard. I heard the Shaws and South Will's going out of business, which is
they said that last year too, and then ended up not doing it.
oh well, maybe it's just one of those times. Well, I hope they do go out of business because they don't deserve to be a store. They don't know how to operate.
Well,
Where are you
Everything's
gonna
a mixed
get,
match.
where you gonna get your pizza dough?
When Stop and Shop, when Market Basket
It's true.
opens on Water.
You get it imported.
By the way, there's new news now. They're not opening on March 29th. Remember I said they're gonna open between April and May?
Yeah.
They're gonna open in mid-April, maybe first of May.
Oh,
And we heard it first. Glenn made that prediction, and it's gonna happen.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
it.
Glen's in the know.
And I thought Norm was the psychic.
Ha!
See? I did. I thought it was Norm as the psychic.
I've been reading the weather all winter.
Yeah.
Really?
Awesome.
All right,
You know what I
there's
did?
a lull.
You know what I did today? I went swimming in Old Jew Pond.
Really?
That's where I went
Jew
swimming.
Pond.
Cold.
I went up to Mount Vernon and swam to. Anybody heard about Jew Pond?
Was it cheap?
No.
You haven't heard about the controversy? With
Yeah.
New Hampshire's in the national news because of Jew Pond.
Really?
Jew
Because we're a
Pond?
bunch of racists here
Wow.
in New Hampshire. There was Glenn. You must know about this. You're a New Hampshire resident. That you keep up. You're a newsman. You keep up with all the current events. The Mount Vernon, New Hampshire had a pond that was a man-made pond that was named in the 20s Jew Pond. So some city slickers came up to Mount Vernon recently.
Some
Of them
slickers.
there damn city slickers, and they decided Jew Pond is a racist name for a pond. And they said, you shouldn't be calling this pond Jew Pond. So Mount Vernon had to have a vote last Tuesday. So 100 to 4 to 33, they have now decided that they're going to open up the right to change the name of Jew Pond to something different. And there's a whole bunch of people getting all upset and they want to fight this because they feel that they shouldn't have to change the name of Jew Pond. Now, the Jew Pond was one of the people actually said, this is something that was in either the Washington Post or one of the papers, one of the residents actually said, because one of the things they wanted to call it was Frog Pond.
Right.
And the person said, that's offensive to French people if we call it Frog Pond. Now, only a racist would think that, you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
And the person was like, we should keep it Jew Pond, because Jew Pond is not a Now, I personally don't think the name Jew Pond is racist. If it was Kike Lake or Kike Pond, then
Yeah.
yes, it would be
Right.
racist. But by
Hebe-
saying Jew or
Hebe River.
Hebe River, if it was Coon Lake, or if it was
Right.
or
N-word head.
yeah, N-word head
Yes.
pond, but is Jew Pond really? Does anybody think that sounds racist and all
Did
that?
Jewish people swim in it?
No, the reason it was called Jew Pond. Now, it was never officially named Jew Pond. It was like a man-made lake that was off of it was a golf course that they had a man-made lake that Jews were not allowed to golf in this golf course. So it even said in their bylaws, none of them Jewish people
Right.
are allowed in
Knowing the backstory, then yes, that's
it's a
inherently
racist. It's a racist. No, but it's no longer like that now.
Well,
Jewish.
no.
Well, here's the irony.
Jews control everything
So
now.
this hotel gets bought out. It was like a
Oh, and,
hotel
oh shit,
country
they just
club.
shut off Ustream. Oh,
So this Jewish businessman, these two Jewish businessmen, come and buy this land. So they take this business over. So the old town folks decided at that point, oh, it's the Jews' pond at this point. So they start calling it's the Jews' pond up there because the Jews own it now. It's
Right.
the Jews' pond. So ever since then, this was in the 20s, so ever since then, it's had the nickname the Jews' pond or Jews' pond because two Jewish guys owned the pond.
I don't understand.
Okay.
Now, if that's
so it's the
nick-
Weinstein brothers.
but if,
Yeah.
but if that's a nickname and not the official
not the official name.
on paper, then
So-
then why are they talking about changing the name
That's
if
the
it's
thing.
not
It's
even
not
really
it's
the
not,
name to
and
begin
the
with?
thing is, it's not on any map. It just appeared on like a 1968 map. It says here, and it's not on any town signs.
Yeah.
It's not an official name, and it wasn't really meant to be an offensive thing. It's like the people that have lived there their entire life were just saying, oh, we just know it as. Now the only other thing that's kind of offensive, it's a very mucky, dirty, nasty pond that nobody wants to swim in.
Man-made.
And from what I understand is if you do jump in this pond, if you go and you strip down and you put your clothing near it, if you have any money, the money disappears.
Yes.
It just disappears from your pockets. It
Really?
disappears. Yeah, it's almost like the Bermuda Triangle. But it's like this New Hampshire, weird, one of those, if you get one of those weird books, strange happenings in the world. You read about Jew Pond, your money disappears when you.
I
go
also
to Jew
hear
Pond.
your dick shrivels and your nose grows bigger.
It
It's
does.
those
It does.
damn leprechauns.
It's leprechaun.
Sure, it's the
Leprechaun.
It's a leprechaun.
Len,
Wow.
please, that's offensive
That
to my
is.
leprechaun heritage.
Yes.
That is. That's very offensive.
Yes.
But no, so it's just, yeah, you have a point, Matt, because it's not officially named Jew Pond.
Right.
It's a nickname.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
You can't control a
Wait,
nickname.
Yeah.
what is the official name of it? Is there?
well, I think they were saying originally it was they had a name of it
Was
because
it-
it was
was it
never really
Kite
a
Lake?
real. It was. It's actually called Jigaboo Pond originally,
Jigaboo.
but the no, they were saying it had
Concentration Camp Stream.
because get in the oven, get in the oven lake.
Oh, we're to our Jewish viewers.
The pond originally was named Spring Pond, so it's
apologize.
named Spring Pond. They just gave it a nickname, Jew Pond.
Is
Right.
it on
They'll
private
change it,
land?
and now they'll change
It
it,
was
to
on private
Springtime
land,
for
yeah.
Hitler Pond.
And the other
Yeah.
town owns it?
Auschwitz.
I don't know if it's actually owned by anybody but this. I think it's still owned by the Jewish businessmen.
Then the town has the right to change it then.
But they
Right.
just, it's, and the Historical Society, the Historical Society says this woman, this Zoe Thimble, she's lived in the town for 31 years, and she says there's nothing bigoted about the Jew Pond name. And she said it was more about longtime residents in the 20s being annoyed by out-of-towners trying to turn the pond into something it was not. And she's saying it's too bad it's gotten to be an issue when it's never even been referred to or portrayed in a negative way. It's more like it's the Jews' pond. It's that new man in town. Like it's just they never wanted the pond there. They never. So it's just a negative. Like they just had it in a negative connotation because
Right.
they never wanted that damn body of water there in the first place.
Right.
And just because a Jew bought the pond, they were just like, that damn Jew and his stinking pond. It's the Jews' pond. But it's just funny because it's all the old people
Right.
that are
Well,
so
of course.
that are all like that damn pond and it's and people are the newer residents moved in and said, wow, this is offensive that people are calling this Jew Pond. But there's no sign. Like people don't drive by and go, oh my God, this says Jew. And that's what gets me. It's only people's word of mouth.
Right.
And just
Yeah.
saying, oh yeah, that's Jew Pond or that's
Take a
it.
left at Jew
That's it.
Pond.
And I can understand. Like the thing that always drives me crazy is when teams had to change their name from Indians. Like
Oh, yeah.
before I went to Concord High, I used to go to Merrimack Valley, and our sports team was the Merrimack Valley Indians.
Right.
They now don't call themselves that
Are they
because
the Red
that's
Base?
offensive. I don't even know what they call themselves now. But it's like that's offensive to call yourselves the Indians. So it's like, but we still have a national team called the Washington Redskins.
Yes.
Redskins isn't offensive.
There's a team called the Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland
right?
Indians,
Indians.
that's not offensive. No, you can have national teams.
Well,
but
some
high
people
school-
think it is.
Yeah, high school teams had to change all their names because that's very offensive. But it's like, I just don't understand where that
I
line
think
is.
Glenn's locking us in.
Glenn got that upset.
Glenn's
Look at
locking us
I
in.
knew
here.
this moment would come.
That's it.
It's going to be a really long episode.
Now, if you swim in the pond, you become more thrifty.
Yes.
You become
Double
very
manager
thrifty,
of
yes.
your
And more
life.
powerful,
But I heard you
apparently.
can't swim. Isn't that one of the ways you can test if you're a Jew?
Oh, right.
Because that's,
Matt in the chat room has been chiming in. How about they ask the owners if they are offended by it or not, or even let the owners decide the name. Stonehill had to change its mascot. Stonehill College had to change its mascot from Chieftains to Skyhawks.
what is it? How is Chieftain offensive,
I
though?
don't know.
Because that's that.
When I was in high school, we had the
Indian.
Burlington Red Devils, and some guy came in.
Yeah, but that's not offensive, though. It's an Indian name, calling it a chieftain.
We had the Red Devils, and some guy came in, and he was like, no, that's not good. We want to change that to Burlington Pride. They're going to be the Burlington Pride. That lasted 1 year.
You must have loved that.
No, even I hated it. I'm like, we're the Red Devils. There's nothing wrong with being a Red Devil.
I feel terrible. I went to go join a rec league when I was younger,
Mhm.
and I was going to make a team called the Concord Wetbacks.
Yeah.
And,
that would have been great.
It would be great. I thought it'd be great. I mean,
What's
like,
wrong with that?
a couple Mexican kids decide not to join. Decide
Yeah.
to bail out of the program totally.
I belong to the
mean,
Manchester Spicks.
that's- I was like,
So,
That would have been a great, that would have been a great battle.
A
of,
great
like, you know,
rivalry,
great
yes.
rivalry. The Spicks versus the Redbacks.
Yes,
Perfect.
a rivalry
the
for
Hooks
the
and
ages.
Chinks,
Yes.
they stop by every once in a while.
Colts, Patriots, Red Sox, Yankees, Spicks, Wetbacks.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Then
Yes.
good idea.
Leominster used to have the Blue Devils. Well, what do they have now? Okay. Now, speaking of racism, have you heard the anti-Obama sticker that might be conceived as racist that's been circling around Facebook and the news?
No, I haven't, and I didn't get one.
Don't renege.
Don't
Oh,
renege in
wow.
2012.
Don't
really.
renege in
Really?
2012.
And this has been making the Facebook.
Stop
pages.
repeat offenders. Don't reelect Obama.
How nasty.
Don't renege.
Now, who's putting this out? This is the Klan, or who is actually? putting it?
Somebody found the.
Just some Republicans, I would guess.
Oh, you're gonna blame it on the Republicans because we're all racist. Just like you're probably
Not
gonna
all
like.
of
Have
it.
you seen the ad that says that we
See,
all
no,
hate women
see,
too? Like that's
it's
the other
not-
thing. Republicans hate women.
It's not that all Republicans are racist. It's just
Yeah.
all racists are Republicans.
No.
Well, I think that
I-
is true. You don't meet any racist Democrats.
There's some
It's
of them
true.
out there. I'm sure there are.
Oh, yeah.
really doubt it.
I'm sure there are. I'm sure if we went down to the south.
How many
Hey,
rednecks? How many rednecks have you ever met in your life who are
I'm
Democrats?
sure,
It
sure we can
does
find.
not
I'm sure we
happen.
could find one racist that. Well, no, actually,
I
no.
really
that's-
doubt
yeah.
it. Yeah,
I'm gonna
really
vote
doubt
for
it.
that little Negro.
Yeah.
He's been doing so well.
Yeah.
What's this thing going around?
It's Nancy Pelosi.
Pelosi's a racist. Yeah.
I've been hearing this thing going around that supposedly Obama is going to.
Take away porn.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
Son of a bitch. No. He was going to make free speech illegal.
Oh, are you talking about HR 437? Yeah, that already passed. It infringes on our right to assemble and protest. It's an anti-Occupy thing.
Oh.
Very little media coverage about it, but yeah, it's already passed. They're already looking. They're freaked out by the whole Occupy movement. So that combined with the National Defense Authorization Act, which says the military can detain you
For anything.
for anything
Yeah.
without due process,
So
without a trial.
did Obama propose this, or is he just signing
Nobody's-
it in?
The
No.
parties did, they both parties.
Yeah.
In fact, our Ford delegation to Congress from New Hampshire voted for both those bills,
Mhm.
all of them.
Oh yeah,
So we're not allowed to protest peacefully.
pretty much, yeah.
What if we
Okay.
say Obama sucks? Do we get arrested?
You
That's
will,
the first-
you,
Yeah.
you could from now.
Well, that's always
Yeah.
but that's always been an issue that
You could be
they've
deemed a
had because
terrorist.
they've always had that issue ever since. But that even started even in the Bush regime because with the whole
Well, the Patriot Act
the
kind
Patriot
of,
Act had that
paves
because
the way.
they've always been monitoring all our everything that we've done just for the safety of the country, making sure that we're not doing anything for terrorism or anything like that. So but when Obama took office, there were things that if you were saying stuff, because people on the radio were getting in trouble for this, and people were saying negative comments or even making threatening comments, they were getting into deep shit for saying stuff against Obama or protesting Obama because he was the president at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything, just it could have been any president, but it was just if you make any comment about the president and it gets out there over the airwaves, you can be detained.
And HR 437 it's difficult to even Google it. So I guess Google is kind of cooperating. Like if you try to Google HR 437, you get
It comes up blocked with.
it doesn't come up blocked. You get you automatically get
Like a
these
state
these
HR
other pieces of legislation. You get HR 437 with a number at the end of it, which denotes a different piece of legislation. To simply find HR 437 via Google is very difficult.
HR 430. I get this HR 437.9.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't
So,
give you HR
so they're
437.
complicit in it. They've
Yeah.
made it difficult to Google it.
Yeah.
But if you go to YouTube, you can find stuff on it. David Seaman has
Giggity.
what's that?
Giggity.
Simon.
He,
Sounds like semen.
yeah, he's done some things about it.
Oh, Yahoo's got it.
Yeah,
HR 437 Trespass Act. Is Trespass
the Trespass Act. Yes.
kills First Amendment.
Yeah.
Traitors. So it's
But,
Traitors. The
Somebody said
traitors.
traitors.
So okay. So
I
that's
guess
good.
we shouldn't renege and
Don't renege.
listen to it.
No.
So you can use Yahoo to find it. That's good because
Yeah.
Google is apparently cooperating with the government on this. They've made it very difficult to Google it. Which is
And that says
disappointing.
Bing works as well.
Oh, good.
Like anything
Okay.
besides Google, basically, you can find it.
Yeah. Don't renege and do that. That's my father's bumper sticker. That's a sad.
Was it your father that started it?
Yeah.
Was he the one that started that whole rename?
They found the bumper sticker in Burlington, Massachusetts. Burlington, Massachusetts.
So if we protest,
Born and raised.
we can be in deep shit.
Yep.
So we have this. We're not in a free country anymore.
Nope.
Oh
We're
yeah,
not-
Bing
we're not
does
in the land
work.
of
Yeah.
the free. But we haven't been in the land of the free in a while, though. No. And that's
It was prior to this administration.
but that's
as
something
well.
we can't blame on either party. That's a joint.
Oh, correct,
That's
yeah.
a joint.
Oh, yeah.
That's we can't blame it on Democrats. Can't blame it on
No,
Republicans. I mean,
it's everybody. They're closing in.
I mean, that's similar to
excuse me.
because I get into fights all the time with people over censorship because everybody, some people try to sit there and blame censorship a lot on Republicans and other people, but I mean, there's a lot of Democrats that are also. I
No,
mean,
it's
more-
everybody.
It's yeah. I mean, you see it on both sides of the fence.
They're all in on it.
And I mean, every time, like, I'd get into my conversations about the PRMRC were 90% Democrats with that whole thing.
Yeah,
Because
Tipper
that
Gore was the
Tipper
leader.
Gore was the leader, and all her friends were all liberals, so
Right.
that was, but it's just, this country is becoming, we're not land of the free anymore.
No.
We can't say anything we want to say unless we're on IPM Nation.
IPMNation.com.
That's
Or-
right.
Or unless we're, you know, reading it in the Queen City Examiner.
Yes.
Yes,
You know,
that's
that's a
on
free
Twitter.
paper.
IPM Nation says.
Yet
Yeah.
oddly enough,
That's right.
he censors me on Roulette at Large Gone Global.
Well, that's, you know.
No, yeah.
I do not.
Yes, you don't like the word fuck.
But
I
you
know.
can't even say verbal ejaculation on that show, can you?
One of his,
You know?
and I'm blaming him personally,
Mhm.
viewers, audience members,
Oh, Lionel.
does not like, yeah,
Does not like what?
does not like when we say verbal ejaculation.
Yeah.
Ejaculate.
Although the
So-
night that you and I co-hosted when Glenn was getting his treatment, I think we said verbal ejaculation like several times while Lionel was sitting there, and I'm just like cringing because like
It's funny how
oh
Lionel doesn't like it, but look, this Friday, he asked about if you met with the reporter, and he's all excited.
which reporter?
The one from, Fox, is it Fox or MSNBC?
Oh, Anderson
Oh,
Cooper.
Anderson Cooper, yes.
I was stalking Anderson Cooper during my Atlanta trip.
Yeah, Lionel was very
Oh,
excited.
very
Yeah.
excited.
It is interesting that Lionel was so excited at the prospect of you having a gay rendezvous with Anderson Cooper.
Oh, well, who wouldn't be excited about that?
Right, yeah.
But you can't use the word ejaculation in front of this gentleman.
No.
You can talk about gay sex with Anderson Cooper.
Yes.
Okay. That's not a double standard in any way, though?
No, Anderson Cooper transcends all sexual orientations.
Okay.
He's the silver fox.
But ejaculation is not an offensive word.
That's a
part
biological
of life,
term.
It's a it's a medical
Well,
term. It's like a.
It's just like, somebody once said, you can say shit because it's something that we do, and
Yeah.
I tried to make the argument that you should say fuck because it's something that we do. We all
No,
fuck.
it's shit. But you know, it's funny, on TV.
Granted,
they-
children don't fuck.
No.
No.
But
on
adults
TV,
fuck.
they do use, on the commercials for Viagra and that stuff, they do say that if you have more than 4 hours.
An erection.
If your erection
Yeah.
lasts more than...
Erection, that's
Yeah.
close enough.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
We have 7 viewers.
Yes, we do.
I think 4 of them are in this room right now.
If I had an
One of
erection.
them's actually.
Because Matt's got it there, right?
Right, yes.
Dan and
Well, at least
I.
3 of us sitting here have it on.
And I
Is
have-
Melanie watching too?
Melanie is watching.
All
Okay,
right.
Melanie, I am stealing him. Just want to give you the heads up.
And I know at least
I'm gonna
my-
turn him, at least for one night.
At least my girlfriend or my cat is watching. So
Yes.
I know that's another viewer. We know Matt is watching.
Yeah, we have-
so, you know.
She thinks we're boring.
And I think Glenn has it in the office right now.
Oh, so wait a minute. So Glenn's like padding the amount
Yeah.
of people he's got it on in multiple
Hey,
rooms?
we're at number
What's going
5
on?
right now. We'll take all the numbers that we can get.
Yes.
Number 5? How
Yes.
did we slip down to 5?
You've slipped.
We've slipped.
Wow.
I think a
We're on
few of those-
television now?
I
We
think a
slipped.
few of those shows have Matt Connerton as a co-host.
Really? Is that what happened?
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, Local Outbreak is the perennial number 1. What's number 2? Rock, paper, hand grenades?
And Matt in the chat room says erection is better than saying boner on TV. It's true.
Boner
Growing
makes me
Pains had a
think of,
boner.
Yeah, but Boner was a character on TV.
Oh, that's right, Boner was a
Growing
character,
Pains-
too,
Growing
because
Pains had Boner. and
Mike
that
Seeger
like-
was a boner.
You know, come
And
on.
Well, he is now.
And isn't our Speaker of the House in Congress, Mr. Boner?
Yes.
Oh, yes, John Boner.
Boner.
Correctly, if you
So
if you
can say
pronounce it
Boner
correctly, it is
multiple
boner.
times. Yes.
Yes.
What were we just? The ratings. Yeah.
The ratings.
Amsterdam jumped up again.
Amsterdam
Yes.
ratings again. They're finally getting back up there.
Are we still part of the Amsterdam channel as well?
Of course.
Okay.
We're on 2 channels. We're on 2 channels.
on
We're
2
number
channels.
5. How can
Yes.
we be like number 5 with 2 channels?
Abstract 9 is in the chat room. Abstract 9.
Abstract 9
We haven't
has been in the
seen.
chat room for a while.
We haven't seen her in the chat room for a long time.
Wow.
Welcome, Abstract 9. I got to see her on Friday. She joined us on Roulette at Large Gone Global.
Well, sorry, she wasn't on camera, but
Right.
she joined us.
She joined us in the audience.
Yes, she ate some corned beef.
Corned
Oh,
beef
so
and
the
cabbage.
audience got fed.
Yes.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
So I ate at McDonald's beforehand.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't partake in the corned beef either.
Hi, she says.
But I did drink a delicious shamrock shake, courtesy of Glenn R.J. Willett,
Yes.
which
Did he
was
spike
very
it?
good.
Was there any roofies in that shake? Did he?
I was
Did
unconscious
anybody-
for about a 20-minute period.
Yeah, and then his
uh,
ass hurt afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I'm not sure what happened, and I'm not asking.
Chris gave you mouth to mouth.
Oh, did he?
Did
You
you
were
have
breathing, but
Matt? Did you have one of
Me too.
those alien abductions again that you've had in the past? Did you think you were visited again by aliens?
Oh.
Was there any probing involved?
That would explain why my ass hurt.
That you know, because I remember in the past you've had some visitations.
Yes.
So I thought maybe,
And they were my fault. I was
Yeah.
provocatively
Of,
dressed.
you know,
Extraterrestrial kind.
he's been visited.
No, that is
yeah,
true.
so
I do believe I've been visited
he-
by
he
something
had
or
some,
someone.
He talked to.
Was it a Republican?
It could have been. They could have been
Yes.
Republican. Yeah, they could have been coming for the primaries.
I'm
Was
now
it
I'm
around
not
that
saying that
time?
all Republicans are rapists, but I am saying all rapists are Republicans.
Is that what you're
That's
saying?
That is factually proven.
So you're saying,
yes.
okay, so all right, so you're saying Republicans are racist, and you're saying they're rapists.
No,
That's what you're
I'm
saying.
not saying all Republicans. I'm just saying all
No, wait a
rapists
minute.
and racists are Republican.
Okay, all right, I see what you're saying. So I'm sure there's some rapists out there that are liberals, that are Democrats. I'm sure we could do a poll. I'm sure we could go out and interview. Let's go to a prison. Next week, let's go to a prison.
I won't go back, man.
Let's go
I won't
to
go
prison.
back.
Let's
No.
interview. Let's just randomly pick a couple of rapists, just at random, and just ask them. Just poll them and ask them who they're going to support in the next election. Let's just ask them. I think that would be fine. And let's just give them your ass to like do the polling. Let's put one cheek, we'll put Obama's face, and then on the other cheek we'll put like Romney and Santoro.
So whichever ass they shiv
so
for,
whatever, yeah,
whichever cheek,
yeah, that's
whichever one
right.
that doesn't come
Yeah.
out the most bloody.
Yes, I
that's
think, yeah,
who
we'll
the-
just we'll just randomly, whatever.
You don't have to introduce violence. I was thinking just whichever cheek
Whatever they grab, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. You're the one getting violent. I mean, if you want to use my ass as it's bigger, I'll put that. If you want to, because we got 3 candidates on the Republican side so far too. I mean,
Wow.
I'll give my ass.
That's
up
good
if
of you,
want.
Dan.
That's very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'll do it. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not introducing a cock into
Yeah,
it. I'm saying it's
yes.
just a hand. So
Well, where's the fun in that?
Oh,
Damn it,
we're
Dan.
just talking a little, a little
God
grab
damn it.
ass. Do that. That's fine.
Well, you don't want to put Ron Paul in your ass?
Ron Paul,
Okay.
he doesn't matter. Did he get any votes today in Puerto Rico? Was he even on the ballot?
I don't know. But he
Oh.
got-
Yeah, I don't
he got-
know,
he
to
got
be
last
honest.
week.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Did they
Good
can they even say the words Ron Paul in Puerto Rico? Can they even say that? I don't even
Yeah,
know.
what's Spanish for Ron
It's
Paul?
with that rolling R. though.
Was that-
I can't do it though.
They
Yeah.
did in Chicago yesterday. He had over 100 people marching in the parade.
Really? Ron Paul did?
Yeah.
Chicago.
Although they have a lot of weed
With the
in
Green
Puerto Rico,
River.
don't they? Don't they have aren't they known for weed?
It's a war
Are they?
country.
Mexico was.
I'll have to ask my roommate.
Mexico's known for a lot of drugs, but
Yeah.
don't they have Puerto Rican specials?
Puerto Rican
Don't they have
specials.
Puerto Rican special weed?
That's racist.
How is that racist? I'm saying, aren't they? Am I thinking of some other country? What country? They're not even a country. Aren't they like a state at this point?
They are part of the
I don't know.
United States.
They're a fellowship, right? Isn't that what they
A
call
fellowship,
themselves?
yeah.
They're a colony. Is that what they are?
They have their own solvency.
Yes.
Solvency?
they-
Is that what they call them?
They haven't really reported it on.
Isn't that what you put on glue?
Where I'm looking, they haven't given any delegate counts yet for Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
Isn't it winner take all?
I thought it was 2. I thought they
I
only
think
had
so.
No, 20.
20?
20 unallocated. But Romney's up to 501, so there's a chance
But it's a
he can
close
hit
race.
1144.
Mathematically, it's unlikely.
Yeah.
Santorum's
So
going
you were
to
talking
continue to
about
do well
John
in the
King
South.
and
Oh, yes, yes.
the mega iPad, as I call it, because he does all that swiping and stuff.
They really try to dazzle you on CNN
Yes,
with
they do.
graphics, and frankly, I find it
Well,
overwhelming.
between that and Anderson Cooper, yeah, they've got me dazzled.
And when they had the holograms,
They've got me
when
hot
they had
under the
those,
collar.
that's always great.
I bet they don't have any epileptics who watch CNN.
Probably not.
All those,
Yeah, you
all those
can't.
graphics.
I haven't felt that hot since Scott walked in this room.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that affect?
Wow.
How'd that affect?
Him in the shorts.
There's some sexual tension between me and Chris.
That,
Yes, there
that was a
is.
whole 24 minutes ago.
We'll release that.
Wow, good for you guys.
Yep.
Honey, I'm from Lee. You know why?
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Hope nobody's jealous in the chat room.
Or just turned it off. What, like, click,
Click.
click. Oh.
Now, John McCain is saying this is the nastiest campaign ever.
No, I agree.
My friend,
Saying.
this is a nasty campaign.
I'm surprised he woke up in time to say that. He just get up from his nap and say,
Actually, some old
They
people
probably woke him
don't
up
sleep
to
much.
interview him. Hello.
"This is nasty." They just hung up the phone.
Sorry, I told you to stop calling me.
Bastards are being nasty, and he hung up the phone. No, but has anybody seen the ad that I was talking about where they have the ladies on there talking about how all Republicans hate women? Has anybody seen that ad?
No, I haven't seen that.
There's an ad out there, and it's the I'm trying to remember who does the ad now. It's basically women that are reading statements that were made by certain candidates. Like there's a Santorum blurb, I think there's a Rush Limbaugh blurb, like and you have like the name of the person that they're speaking, and the whole ad comes out going on about basically says Republicans hate women. we want all women to die. We don't like women at all. So when it comes time to vote, ladies, don't vote Republican because you're scum of the earth. Like that's the whole
Right.
like the whole mentality of the video. And I'm trying to remember who put it out because
Yeah.
it's blatantly in your face. It's
Right.
really it's distasteful.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the video that was put out, the ShePAC put out about like we were talking about it last week about the Bill Maher and the whole give back the $1 million thing,
Right.
like that whole thing. Because ShePAC put out a video last week saying President Obama, you're a hypocrite because you're going out there telling everybody that you want your daughters to live in a society where they're not being called sluts or whores and all that, but yet you're getting money from a guy that makes his living calling women sluts and whores. And now they have this video basically saying all Republicans say mean things about women. All Republicans think women are scum and women should be in a kitchen. It's like it's this really offensive video.
Right. Well, I mean, the parties brought it amongst
But
themselves.
and both parties are mudslinging. It
Yeah.
is it's just
Going too
nasty.
far by both
Oh,
parties.
it
Well,
is.
sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is, part of succeeding in politics is you have to control the message, and the
Yeah.
Republican Party has completely lost control of the message.
Yeah.
They're not even on them. What's the message?
No, it's they've allowed it to be diverted. I mean, I realize Santorum doesn't have a lot to say about the economy to begin with. He really doesn't. I mean, aside from his zero tax rate for manufacturers, he really doesn't have much to say. And it's getting more and more.
It's not his forte.
No,
No.
and as the economy continues to improve, it's more and
Morals
more
seems to be
difficult.
his forte.
What does?
Morals.
Yes,
Like very
cultural issues.
strong Christian morals.
It is fun though watching him back Romney into a corner where Romney has to talk about cultural issues like contraception, which he clearly does not
No.
want to discuss. But Santorum's making him sweat and backing him into a corner with that, and that's fun.
And look at Gingrich. He's now campaigning out of a gas station.
Yes.
Yeah. He is. I don't see him backing down.
Gingrich,
I really
no.
don't.
His ego won't let him.
No.
No, he'll stay.
He's been in politics for far too long. He knows how this game is played. And
wants to
despite
make-
the fact that the heavy hitters, the Koch brothers, Karl Rove, everybody who's going to try and convince him to get out of this race, he's just going to spit right in their face and say, nope.
He wants to make sure he gets to speak at the convention.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what you're going to start seeing is people like the Koch brothers, these people who have millions of dollars, will start putting out the negative ads themselves. So you won't see a lot of I'm Mitt Romney and I approve this message. No, it's going to be paid for by the American Coalition Act for a Better Tomorrow, something that they make up against Gingrich, because they're going to want he's the one that they want out of this race right now.
But it looks like too because there's
Ron
another.
Paul, they could care less.
No,
So-
Ron Paul is not. He's not like nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying any attention to Ron Paul. Ron Paul, and I think from the beginning, I think Ron Paul. I think he was only trying to throw a wrench to kind of get a third party out there and trying to get I really think Ron Paul is out there to kind of make room for his son to be something in the
Yeah.
future. I really don't think Ron Paul
Rand
thought
Paul?
he had. Is it Rand Paul?
Rand, yeah.
I don't think Ron Paul really thought he had a chance, and there's still a lot of people out there that think Ron Paul is gonna take it, because you still see a lot of Ron Paul supporters out there posting the videos and doing all the viral marketing for Ron Paul, and you still see the signs out there for him.
Would you
But
think he would be an adequate running mate for somebody?
I don't think anybody would on the Republican ticket they would never pick him.
No.
Okay.
No, he's not vettable to be on the
He's
on
not
the ticket.
Republican enough.
Yeah, he wouldn't-
You can't
I
control him.
wanted your
Yeah.
opinion
Yeah,
because
he wouldn't-
as someone
he
who's a
wouldn't-
liberal, I wouldn't really necessarily.
He wouldn't get the support. Like it wouldn't be a super ticket. People would look at it and go, no, you don't want him as a like he's not his policies, like what he thinks about. Because you're still good. There's a lot of people that are ultra conservative that would not want that legalized marijuana
Right.
stigma there.
Well,
The
plus
whole
he's
thing
so-
about pulling everybody out of the military.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
He's so
again,
dovish on foreign policy.
You have to have a strong military. So I mean, you can't. Yeah, you won't want that as a vice presidential nomination. So yeah, that would not be something you would
Okay.
see.
If it's Romney, he'll need to pick a Southern conservative.
He needs somebody that's not Mormon. He needs somebody that's
Right.
he needs like a good
Southern Christian.
like a Southern Christian, like he needs a good solid Baptist, like a Southern
No.
Baptist or like
It
a.
ain't gonna be Gingrich.
What do you
No,
think?
he wouldn't.
Yeah,
he would
no,
not.
no.
With all the mudslinging, he would not pick it.
No.
He would not go with.
And his
Gingrich.
history, as speaker.
And I really wouldn't see him even picking like Santorum. I wouldn't even see
No.
him even, after
No,
the-
because he's from Pennsylvania. He
Yeah.
needs a southern.
He needs somebody.
a
like-
southerner to carry the South.
What's your opinion,
Florida.
though, that around D.C. apparently there's a joke going around that it's going to be Marco Rubio is going to be elected, and they're just picking whoever his running mate is going to be as president. That they think it's already locked that Marco Rubio is the one who's going to become the vice president. That he's going to be picked. I don't see him as a Christian
I hear his name a lot.
fundamentalist, but he could get the
He's very
the
conservative,
key
though.
Latino votes
Yes.
Yeah.
that Obama had won in 2008.
Mhm.
Well, we're having a serious conversation.
We're
about
getting
this,
into
aren't
like
we? yes.
yeah.
We're talking about porn
This is
earlier.
like Matt's territory. We're
Yeah.
getting into. We're
Yes.
It's him.
You know.
You're in
Sexist
my
into it.
wheelhouse
Yes.
now, whatever that
Well,
means.
it's because we're in like the newspaper offices.
It is.
now,
Yes.
and we're getting like
It's the
Yes.
Queen City
you know,
Examiner.
the Queen City Examiner, and we stopped talking about like slapping our wieners and talking about like baby
Well, I
raping
never
and
stopped
stuff like
talking
that.
about
And we got
slapping
into,
my wiener.
we went from like the sophomoric humor into like political discussions.
know.
What happened?
Our viewer will be upset with us.
Like and we have like 6 or 7
I
or
know.
whatever viewers. I mean, we're getting into these like
Serious talk.
Serious
and they've
talk.
stopped.
But,
Abstract 9 and
people
porn,
talk
damn
about
it.
I know, Scott.
Scott,
You're
I
talking
know.
about porn.
I
We
get-
started talking about porn.
I gave him blue balls. It's like
You know?
I got him all worked up, and then we took it away.
I brought up Santorum and porn to kind of lead into a whole pornographic discussion, and we went into politics.
When you said Rick Santorum, I just lost it.
Oh, I lose my erection every
Yeah.
time I think
You know?
about that, man.
Because I wanted your feedback
Yet,
about what you're
oddly
going to
enough,
do in the future if he got elected and there was no porn.
I'm
What are you
turned
gonna-
on
what
by
are you
Ron
gonna-
Paul. I don't know. It's a
He's
little
all
man,
for it.
that little man in the suit that doesn't fit him.
At least 4 years ago, when we had Sarah Palin, there was all this porn about Sarah Palin. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
the porn,
yeah.
the porn industry was like crazy because you had like Obama's nailing Palin, like Letterman's nailing. But there was like this whole series of Sarah Palin videos.
Is it like I can see your labia from my house?
It was all this like no, but there was like this Larry Flynt like went out and got an actress that slightly looked like her. There was other like producers that went out and got like people that looked like Sarah Palin and made all these porn videos that
actually-
were like.
That was Julianne Moore's audition.
Yeah, it was her
tape.
audition tape, but it was like they were cashing in on the fact that there was an attractive woman, vice
yeah.
versa. And I mean, they even had like Hillary porn. I mean, there was like all these videos out there too that were even about Hillary Clinton, porn videos and stuff. But it was like.
That one is less bone
Yeah,
reducing.
but there was nothing. There was no
Yeah.
McCain video though. There was no like.
We're all just sitting there going Hillary. Mm.
Stephen James Blake used to talk about wanting to bang Hillary.
Yeah, he always had a thing for her. He always thought she was sexy.
Well, think
He always
about
thought-
powerful women in
but he
general.
thought there was something about her.
Yeah.
He wanted to have
Matt
sex.
in the
with
chat
her.
room
women are
says,
sexy.
"Good thing I never think of Santorum."
No. Why isn't
we
there?
all Santorum?
Like
though.
when you look right now, there's no real porn video out there right now. The Rick Santorum porn video, like not even a gay porn video.
Well,
or
even-
anything. Like not even like.
we all know,
those
and we all
photos,
know what sort
you know.
Santorum means too. So
Yeah,
actually,
you know.
the act of Santorum is in most porn videos.
There are those photos of him sunbathing in Florida. Or, I'm sorry, in Puerto Rico. Wasn't it?
Was it Puerto Rico that he's
Puerto
like
Rico, maybe?
laying on the
Yeah.
beach?
Yeah.
With a tattoo on the back that says English only.
Yes. Yes.
That's why he lost the
That's why he
delegates.
lost. I thought his tattoo just said on it "wet back." I thought that's what. That's what I thought.
I'm bringing
Yeah.
wetback back.
I knew where you were going with that too.
Man, I heard a rumor, supposedly like Santorum said, if you get raped, it's a blessing from God.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. So, I mean,
Well, if you're asking
Then
for
I've
it,
been
yeah.
blessed several times over. What? Sorry.
can't rape the woman.
Opening up that Pandora's
Yeah, you're talking
box.
about there was something about when he was because he was talking about the whole abortion and like the whole
The whole, not the partial
like
portion.
about he was saying because they were asking him if anybody if would you if your one of your daughters got raped, would you allow your daughter would you then support abortion at that point? And he made a comment that even any life. And they kind of they twisted what he said in a sense because he
Oh, yeah.
basically was saying it as any life from because he's a
Right.
he's a religious man, so any life is from God, and
Right.
that's what he was saying. So that's what his context was. Rape is horrifying. Rape is terrible. He does not want to see that child to be killed because any life is from God, is what he was trying to say in that context. But yeah, it's still a horrifying thought because if his daughter got raped, you would think, why would you want to keep that baby?
right.
But because of his religious beliefs, every single
Every life is precious.
Every life is precious, and to him, he's, that would be murder, and he didn't, and that's why he stood his ground. And I support him standing his ground. I mean, you have a right to be pro-life. That's our freedom in this country.
You don't want to be like, hey, you're a rape baby.
Yeah,
You know?
but
See, this is why I believe in incest children too,
Mhm.
because that kid's gonna come out with 12 toes, but god damn it, he'll be a good swimmer.
that'd be a good swim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got web feet. even
One
better.
eye in the middle of the forehead, but just kind of flipper baby.
But,
Did I just make an incest joke?
you
I
made
did.
an incest
I did.
joke.
You did.
Yes.
Wow. Now see, I brought it back to sophomore.
But he even has that same belief though. If he molested his own child, he would want that child to be, he would want that baby to come
grow
into
up to be
fruition.
a-
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. That's his belief. He would still have that child.
Normal member of society? Question mark. I don't.
With his mentality, if he raped his
Right.
own daughter, it's still a blessing from God in his own mentality. But then it's kind of like a hypocritical thought,
Look at our
because if you're a
little
man of God, you
angel.
shouldn't be raping your own daughter.
Look
Right.
at our little angel.
What if Kitty
of-
Dukakis were raped and murdered? I wonder
13
what-
years old and
Caucus
drooling.
was raped or murdered. That's kind of a left field
Ooh.
comment. Wow.
I could really go for some rubbing alcohol right now.
Wasn't she doing sterno too? Wasn't she getting into like?
I think she
Didn't
was
she
getting her
soak
hands
sterno?
on anything.
Because
that
I remember
could
she used to
find.
take sterno and she would soak it in like Wonder Bread and she would like drink the sterno.
Kitty Dukakis?
Yeah,
Kitty Dukakis.
Yeah. She would try anything.
She had a shock therapy to cure her depression,
Yeah,
and apparently it worked.
that's what they did in the olden times.
Are we offending anybody out there?
Oh, and the video was by
Lance?
MoveOn.org that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Okay.
War on Women.
Well, that's an uber liberal
Yes,
website.
yes. And there's a new video that just came out because I guess the Democratic National Committee there thinks that Romney's going to be, of course, the nominee.
The presumptive.
And there's a new video out that attacks Romney and says Romney hates women now. So there's a new video that came out.
Is it because he
2
didn't
days
marry
ago.
3 of them like all other
Yeah.
Mormons?
Yeah.
Because there's a video that comes out. It says, "Here's what women need to know about Mitt Romney," and it basically, it's a whole video that goes on about Mitt Romney hates women. So,
I watched him punch a woman in
yeah,
the face.
yeah, it's like Mitt Romney punched this woman in the ovaries.
I mean, that's why.
Yeah.
he
Oh, my.
has signs, right?
He
That's right.
Yeah.
donkey punched
He
him.
knew that women were the devil, so he made sure all his children were men.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what it says in the
That's
video.
brilliant of him, actually.
Yes, it
if
is.
you can do that.
So, Mitt Romney
It's
thinks
curious,
a woman's
though.
place is in
It
the
was
kitchen.
Five children, all boys.
Mm-hmm.
How did not a single one of them come out gay?
Maybe there was some. Yeah.
They're Mormons.
They're
You can't
Mormons.
be gay if you're
No,
Mormon.
there's no
But they
gay
have
Mormons.
magic underwear.
There's no gay. Well,
I
that's
have
it.
magic underwear and I'm gay.
That's it.
But if you had Mormon magic underwear, it would turn
Yeah.
you straight.
It's true. I don't want the Mormon magic
Because
underwear.
I think the Mormons have sex like the real strict Jewish people. I think they have to do it through the sheet with a hole in it. I think they really do.
The Orthodox, the really
Like the real-
Orthodox, yes.
What?
Don't the Mormons do it the same way?
I don't know. I don't know what
Mormons
the-
do.
I mean, the really Orthodox Jews are the ones that
Because
also
Orthodox
separate the
Jews-
temple,
yeah.
where the women and the men have to sit on different sides
And when
of
they
the
have
aisle.
sex, they actually have sex through a sheet with just a hole.
Wow.
But I thought the Mormons do
I
something
have
similar
sex
to that.
with the sheet with the hole.
Because I think the
Usually, there's not anybody else on the other
there's
side.
a pillow and a sheet. But
It's
I
just
think
my bed.
I want to say I think the Mormons
I
do
gotta change
something
my
like
sheets.
I think they wear that special underwear and I think they have sex through like a slit in the underwear. I think they do. I don't think they actually have naked
Well, that's
contact.
more efficient, I would think.
I would need to see the Book of Mormon.
Like a Book of Mormon.
I
But
mean,
do you have the
the
3D
show Book of
glasses, the
Mormon-
special plates? Do you have all the stuff that you can read the Book of Mormon with? To actually like to identify the true
I
secrets.
figured just having a brain would be enough.
Is that-
Apparently
is that what
that's
it is?
not.
No, you-
Which one is it? Is it Mormons where you get your own planet when you die, or is that the
That's-
Jehovah's Witnesses?
I thought that was Scientology.
And Matt in the chat room says Mormons exile the gays. Well, up until 1978, they also exiled the blacks. So
Right. And supposedly Mitt Romney wept openly. Have you heard him talk about this when Mormons, when it became official that they accepted blacks, when he was asked about this? He said he heard it on the radio on a news report.
and he got upset that they were accepting the
No,
blacks?
no,
He
he was
cried?
so he was
Is that
so
what-
moved. He was so deeply
Oh.
moved that they were violent
Oh.
that he pulled over. This is a story he tells. He pulled over to the side of the road after hearing this on the radio and wept.
But the irony is, his country club still doesn't allow
Yeah.
it.
Right,
So,
right,
yeah, you
yes,
won't
yes.
tell you that much.
that's
but-
not irony.
Well,
that's just
they'll allow if they're a
remember
caddy.
he's
they'll let
Republican.
Well, if they're Tiger Woods.
Right, yeah.
Because
Oh,
that's
sure,
a chigger.
Yeah,
That's a different
yeah.
Sugar, yes.
So
Or
that's-
Will
yeah.
Smith,
If Will
because he was in
Smith-
that movie.
Well,
It-
that's
it-
true.
was
Well,
there
Will
ever
Smith
Tiger
isn't really
Dance?
black, though.
But he is
Yeah.
gay.
Because he doesn't swear in his
He was
rap.
gay.
Apparently,
So-
that's the new rumor.
The Will Smith
Wait, is
dead?
is it Will Smith? That because I read this thing.
But here's
Because there's
here's my thought.
supposedly a big music mogul is what, and I didn't think Will Smith was a music mogul, but there's a rumor going around that an African American, I got to bring this up too, but I'll bring this up after this mention.
Was he royalty?
They say royalty, like, and they're saying it may be Puffy, but there's a man that has a lot of assistants. There's this blind item going around that there's somebody that's a music mogul, and you can't say it's Suge Knight because Suge Knight will come in here and shoot us all. But there's this man,
And I gotta go. Oh,
there's
shit.
this black man in the rap hip hop industry who has been openly gay right now, and he's not keeping it a secret, but he hasn't come out and said to anybody. But his assistants have been seeing him he's blowing guys out in public. But there's rumors that it's either P. Diddy. I've heard it might be Will Smith, but I didn't think Will Smith was that big of a music mogul.
Is it Jazzy Jeff?
Jazzy Jeff?
Jizzy Jeff is what he's going to be going by now.
Right.
But they're saying it might be Russell Simmons. Like they're saying it's like this huge person in the music industry right now that hasn't been keeping it that big of a secret, and that there's going to be a big news item coming out in the next couple of days that they're finally going to finally just going to let it out. But it was
He's gonna
Well,
open
he's
his
just gonna
mouth
let it
and
all
just
out.
come just
But they're saying that like
spews out
but
of his mouth.
It's like it's just like you would think somebody would have just revealed at this point if it's been going. And it was something I read. It was either TMZ or one of those like gossip. It wasn't Perez Hilton, but it was one of these like TMZ or the Gawker. It was one of those like sites. And it
Perez
said,
Hilton probably got blown by this guy.
yeah, and it was saying it was this blind item that they called it music business royalty. It could be even Quincy Jones for all we know, but it was somebody that's been in the business.
He's got a hot daughter though.
You know,
Rashida Jones.
Rashida Jones. It's been somebody that's been in the business.
Again, Will Smith has what 3-4 kids.
Yeah.
All of them perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So.
See now, this is going to be the third time I've used this joke tonight, but I think it's true because not all gays are Scientologists, but all Scientologists are gay. You got your John Travolta, Tom Cruise, Will Smith.
Allegedly.
I think Scientology is just a way to keep them in the closet. It's just my opinion. Allegedly.
Scientology is the new gay.
Scientology,
If you call it like
yes.
that, you could say it there. But Scientology.
I wouldn't mind
was-
it. I mean, it's a religion that believes in a science fiction writer. I mean, hell, if Gene Roddenberry came out with a religion, I'd probably follow it.
Trekology.
Trekology.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a worshiper of Trekology.
Yes, but there'd be, of course, the huge Kirk versus Picard discussion. You know,
No,
which
but
side
no,
you stand.
we would be following Spock.
I'd be the
we'd
apostle.
we'd be worshiping
Oh yes,
Vulcan.
the wisdom of Spock.
We'd be.
But I would be an
it'd
apostle of Picard. I
Because
think.
no, but I'm saying though, if we actually were going to follow Roddenberry, we would be worshiping the Vulcan way because we'd be all logical, if you think about it in a religious sense.
Where did the sophomore
I'm
comedy go?
just
Where did the
no, I'm
sophomore
saying though,
comedy
if
go?
you want to go religion, we would be more of a logical.
I don't want to go
sense.
religion.
You know, I don't think we'd be following Kirk or Picard. We'd be following the Vulcan way. I really do.
I think you're right.
We would be going that way. You know. See, we got geekdom in
The
there.
Virgin Janeway.
Yeah, the Virgin Janeway. The Virgin Janeway.
And
Yes.
that one from Deep Space Nine that no one remembers.
Who?
Cisco.
Cisco. But no, I actually would follow.
Wasn't he
Quantum
arrested
there.
recently?
What's his name?
Oh, Scott Bakula.
Scott Bakula. I would go to
Oh.
the Church of Bakula.
Me and my Scott Bakula.
That's what I would do. I would follow him anywhere. I don't know why.
He used to be a Family Guy recently.
Scott Bakula.
Like Stewie was looking in the mirror. I think he was like drunk or something. He looks in the mirror and Scott Bakula, like the live action Scott Bakula is in the mirror staring back at him. He's just like, "Hi, I'm Scott Bakula." It's random. I know DS9 and Voyager and Enterprise. Star Trek kept showing how illogical humans are. That's Matt in the chat room. Thank you. That was well. Actually, I was a Voyager fan. I did love that one.
I never followed Voyager.
Me neither.
I didn't, and then it was one of those things like right now I'm catching up on Battlestar Galactica, which hasn't been on the air for a couple of years now. I'm now catching up to that. Voyager was the same thing. Like they had their series finale, and it wasn't only until like 3 or 4 years later that I started watching up on it.
Okay. Now
God bless Netflix.
I just following along with gay and rap. I just got a text here of the.
Is this it? Are we gonna find out who it is?
We're gonna find out who it is. No.
Damn it.
Yeah. Somebody was listening in and they go, "We know who it is."
It's 50 Cent, isn't it?
DJ
could be
Jizzy
good.
Jeff?
Yeah, but see, in Fiddy's thing, because he was gay in prison, that's okay.
What?
Because
Fitty is gay
when
in
you're in
prison.
prison,
Yeah, you're somebody's bitch.
That's known that because Fitty even said he did gay stuff in prison. Because if you make
He
somebody
said
your
that?
bitch
Yeah.
in prison, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because if you're the man and you're fucking him in the ass, you're making him blow you, that's okay, because you're showing the power.
I just googled gay hip hop, and there's actually a website called Gay Hip Hop.
Well, this is what I just got sent. The 11 most unintentionally gay rap lyrics ever.
Oh,
Okay, this may be fun.
yes.
All right. What the hell is this? And why is it all Eminem? What the hell is this?
Oh, oh my.
Okay.
He's blocking the
M&M's Don't Push Me. The lyric, man, I'm done saying that I'm done playing. I'ma start laying any of these motherfucking cocksuckers. How is that even like, is it just because he says cocksucker, that's gay?
So he says laying.
Laying? He's gonna be laying them?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of news items from 2007, 2008 about gay music moguls.
Oh, 50 Cent gun runners. I got beef. I want to see what you got. And if I like it, I'll cop. Ooh. Damn nigga, you hot. That's what he says in this song. All right.
Oh,
You know what that's saying. Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Oh, wait, now here's one that's got to be gay. It's Ice-T, and the song is called I Love Ladies.
Some of the shit you can't believe. Gay music mogul Simon Cowell. Come on.
Yes.
We know
He's-
it's not it's not him.
He's more metrosexual.
Ice-T's
yeah.
lyric is, but don't get me wrong, most fellas do rock. All right.
Wait, is it the game?
Oh shit.
The game?
Oh shit.
Is he the gay? Is he
Sorry.
the gay mogul?
Is it?
My ITM Nation keeps
Look up
closing
gay
on.
rapper and it pops up the game everywhere.
The game?
Really?
Yeah.
There's a gay rapper called Caution,
Caution.
spelled CAUSHUN. I wish I could make this shit up.
Jay-Z featuring Memphis Bleak coming of age. Does it get a...
That means you're not giving your fans enough credit if you spell it phonetically. Come on. They don't know how to spell caution with the T-I-O-N.
But yeah, I don't know who it is, but they're saying that there's
Excuse me.
that there's supposedly somebody that's openly like just getting it busy, and maybe it's Jay-Z, maybe it's
Jizzy.
maybe it's
Every
what's his
name is going to have
Kanye.
to have some sort of...
Because wasn't there a South Park episode where Kanye
the gay fish.
the gay fish,
Yeah.
right? Where he likes,
Do you eat fish sticks?
yeah, he likes
You must be a
sticks,
gay
right?
fish.
But but yeah, the thing I was going to bring up about African American, the term African American.
Yes.
This was
African
discussed with
American.
I was talking with my girlfriend the other day, and she was talking about at her school, because she's in high school, of course, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
So in her school,
Was she a virgin? when-
she was she was with this guy named Joseph.
Yes.
And I guess he just never makes the magic happen. So God came down and said, no, but she was there was a robbery at her college, and they had sent I hope I'm getting the story right, but they had sent a text message or an alert out at her school saying that these 3 African American gentlemen had attempted to mug this student. And some people were up in arms saying, that is racist. They were not from Africa. They were not African Americans. You should have said they were black. Because
You can't win.
not all black people are from African, not all Africans are.
Yet all Africans are black.
Not all Africans are black. There you go. You can't get away from it. And but I mean, is that really? Did you find the game?
No,
right?
he got
I
porn on his
found
phone.
this. Yesterday I received my advanced copy of Hiding in Hip Hop. Former closeted entertainment industry Gadfly,
Gadfly?
picture. Terrence Dean.
I saw that.
Gays,
That came out like...
Hiding in Hip Hop. I've read about half of it so far. Dean has already proven himself eager to try out blind items about male celebrities he says he's hooked up with.
Wow.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
The book doesn't disappoint in that regard.
I love this woman.
There's an article about
I'm really
this
straight.
guy trotting out with male celebrities and having sex with them.
There we go.
Terrence Dean
It doesn't hide it.
So, gay hip hop book revealed actors, rappers, and movie stars.
And the text came over at gunpoint, so I guess there was a mugging at gunpoint by African Americans at gunpoint. So I guess not all Africans. have guns, I guess, was their big thing. But it was just but is that racist by saying a generalization? If you're giving a description of a black assailant, if you call them African American, is that being racist now to Africans?
No, it's not racist.
Who gives a fuck about Africans?
It's a
Sorry, what? Is that racist?
it's
That's
a
racist.
generalization born of just
Like, how are we Afro-Americans?
it's-
But
well,
then
that's-
that's racist.
well, yeah.
Because they don't all have afros.
But you can't win because some people won't say black anymore.
Because some people say black's racist.
Like my dad, right? That's how my dad is.
Gay is the
my,
new black.
My dad won't say black. He says
Yeah.
African American.
Yeah.
I
It's
say
like
black.
midget. Like, you can't say midget anymore, right? We used to be able to say midget. Now
Right.
we can't say midget. Now we have to say little person. Now people are saying we can't say little person because that sounds demeaning. What do we call them?
Dwarves.
Fuckers? Little fuckers? What do we call them? Dwarves?
Can we go back
Yeah,
to-
but dwarf we could never call
Can we go
them
back to dwarves? I'd love to go back to dwarves.
Leprechauns?
Munchkins?
Munchkins? Subhumans? What do we call them now? I don't know what
Knee-highs. We call them knee-highs.
Vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged, but I mean, but I mean, how are we supposed to call a black? Like, if I say to somebody,
Do what Santorum does
Black.
and call them black people.
black. I mean, do we just like? So you're giving a police description? Yes, she was held at gunpoint by 3 assailants. Keep an eye out for them.
They were darkies.
Well, that's true. Because if you say either African American or black, there's also going to be someone who's going to say, "Oh, why does it matter that they're black?"
Yeah, like, why does it matter? Like, I can't give a description
they
about
hold
them.
Up, they hold up like a piece of black cardboard and like they're this color.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
non-white.
Yeah.
3 non-whites.
they were non-Caucasians.
Yes.
You know, they were not.
When they go to night school, they get marked absent. Wink, wink.
We don't think they were students at this school, if you know what we're saying.
They
here.
were not from this neighborhood.
It gets too cold in the wintertime here in New Hampshire.
Yes.
For them.
Other hood.
When they get hot, they sweat oil.
Yes.
Wink, wink. You know what we're saying.
Yes.
They did a lot of favors back then.
Their hair may have needed to take a nap, if you know what I'm trying to say to you right now. Wink, wink.
AKA, they're not one of the good ones. Yeah.
They may have stopped over at KFC before the attack, if you know what we're trying to say. And they might have had some orange soda or grape Kool-Aid in the car.
40s.
Yes.
They passed the dookie to the left.
And because the school has a lot of international students, that's why they were making a big deal about it, though, because there may be African students there, and it was just like,
Right.
you know, but how is that, you know, there's white Africans, there's South Africans, right? They're white. So, I mean,
And
you know, they're
They've
African
done
Americans.
nothing wrong.
They've done nothing wrong.
They are saints.
South Africans are great people.
Yes, they are.
They are great people, and someday I want to play Sun City. But there's an obscure old reference.
Yes. That's even more obscure than my if Kitty Dukakis was raped and murdered
Yes,
reference,
yes.
which I still don't know if anyone in the room got it or not.
Wasn't that a fake, like, didn't she claim that happened and it never did? Wasn't
No.
That no, what was the rape? What was...
That was Bernard Shaw at one of the debates in, it would have been 88. It was Bush versus Dukakis, and Bernard Shaw was asking Dukakis about being opposed to the death penalty. And he phrased the question, if Kitty Dukakis were raped and murdered, would you support the death penalty?
Yeah.
And the reason people found it so interesting was because Dukakis, he just gave a very stale, sort of non-emotional answer to that, even
He
though Bernard
probably-
Shaw
yeah.
had asked him the question in such a personal way.
Right, which-
And he just said, no, Bernard, I do not support the death penalty.
Well, because he would have been happy that his wife was. He would have been.
Right, less of a burden,
Yes.
because she was such a freak.
Yeah. He just.
Amen to that.
Plus, Dukakis really wasn't a great debater. I mean, he really
No, he's
wasn't.
terrible.
No, he wasn't.
He was a terrible candidate.
He was horrible.
I thought he has the name, the word cock in his name.
Cock.
Right,
Yeah, cock.
right.
That's okay.
And he's the one who picks up on that.
Yeah.
And my other favorite.
Oh,
like,
Scott, I'm
my
gonna
other
turn you
favorite
yet.
like politician always was Dick Sweat.
Dick Sweat.
I always loved seeing Dick Sweat everywhere.
Dick Sweat. Do you remember
Sweat.
Dick Sweat? Glenn?
Dick Sweat.
The first time I saw a Dick Sweat bumper sticker when I was a kid, I literally thought it was a joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because one of my friends had it on his car, and I thought it
And
was
you're
a
laughing.
joke, and
you're
I was like, "Oh, that's
Dick
funny."
Sweat, that's great, man. You're
Sweat.
getting away with
Good
this.
thing you
It's
said
hilarious.
bumper sticker, because
Yeah.
Well, I want to join the Dick Army.
The Dick
Is
Army.
that
I was
a,
sorry, Dick Sweat.
is that a real military branch?
Dick
'Cause I'll
Army.
join it.
Dick Army.
Health
Dick
salute.
Sweat. I remember seeing signs and bumper stickers everywhere for Dick Sweat.
Yeah.
Dick Sweat.
Dick Sweat. It's like you don't even want to change the name at all,
Nope.
do you? You just
There's a in Concord. There's a motor vehicle place called the Dick Day.
Dick Day.
Dick
Day
Day.
Yes,
Motors.
there is. Dick Day Motors.
Yes,
Yes,
you're
right.
Dick Day
Yes.
Motors.
Yeah.
Wherever
Every day
you
is
stick
Dick Day.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I'm here to Dick Day Motors, where we'll give you a Dick Day deal every day.
Seriously.
Chris is. We know where Chris is getting his next car.
Yeah.
we know that he's going
With
in
my
there.
Dick Day Mobile.
Going
They're
in there.
special.
I need a
Prius.
Prius.
Dick Day
They
compensation.
have a lot of hybrids in that place.
What?
They have a lot of hybrids. I don't know.
But
I mean,
is
so
that
what-
like a term that I don't know?
Yeah, hybrid. Yes.
You're a hybrid.
You're one of them hybrids.
Yes, that
Thank you.
Mm.
you take gas and electric.
Yes, you do.
You take it both ways.
Well, that's-
Send over.
That must be, no, that means you're bi if you're a hybrid, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a term for a bisexual hybrid.
Yeah.
So what can we call Negroes then? Can we call them Negroes? Can we just say that?
Black-
Is that a
We
bad
call them
word?
No, no,
Human
no.
beings.
I know we call them human being.
We could-
but you're this person.
But seriously, we'll call them Negroes.
Be on the lookout for 3 human beings carrying guns.
I would say Negro American.
Negro American.
More.
Negro American.
Or as Family Guy has it, today's standard rape code. So that's what I would say.
What happens if they
Yes.
were midgets? If they were little Negroes? What would we
There's
call?
no black
Niglets
midgets, are
would be
there?
a good term for them. Niglets. I would call
Yes,
them
yes,
niglets.
there is.
Is-
The
are
one
there?
from Bad Santa.
Niglets.
Oh, right, you're right. I
Yeah,
forgot
like,
about him.
yeah, there is.
I forgot about
What?
him.
Midget black?
I overlooked him.
There's also midget porn.
Is
Yeah,
there, is there
I've
black
watched-
not for
porn?
long.
Is there black porn actors?
President
I'm
Santorum
sure.
will make sure there's no
President,
midget porn.
that's his
no.
first type of porn.
My
he's gonna get rid of.
sister would flip the fuck out if they took away.
President
midget porn.
Santorum will get rid of midget porn first. He will get rid of that porn first because that's the most offensive because they're the closest to children. Because
Yes.
children are gonna because he doesn't want his children to see pornography, and you know kids are gonna first want to look at midgets doing it because
Right.
they think midgets are cool and cute, right? They're gonna be
Right.
like, oh look, they're just like
But
us.
I have seen one, and it's like this little little hand just reaching up for his skirt.
I do know
Has to
there's a
reach
movement
up.
to outlaw midget tossing.
Oh, they've always
Well,
been
that's
into
just
that.
uncool.
Yeah. Midget bowling,
That
midget
I will
tossing.
not accept.
Outlawing it?
No, yeah, exactly. We need our midget tossing.
Yes.
And that was probably a lot of places last
That's
night.
where the expression "throwing a couple back"
Right,
comes from.
exactly.
It's not about drinking.
And it creates jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
It gives jobs to midgets.
It creates revenue.
Well, what else is a midget gonna do for work? Besides,
Wizard of Oz remake.
Circus.
besides doing Under the Rainbow, circus,
That's racist.
you know. What do you mean that's racist? How is that racist? Because I'm sorry, because I'm calling them midgets. I'm sorry, I'm using the derogatory term. I'm
Well,
sorry.
midgets
Small
aren't a
people.
race.
They're not a race. Well, they're trying to be. They want to be a separate like. They want
Are
equal
they going to
rights.
secede?
They are.
Are they going to find their own little tiny island
Midgetistan.
where
But I
everything
mean,
is this
you know,
high?
I'm a midgetist. Is that what you just called?
Midgetistan.
Oh,
Midgetistan.
They can be a Muslim midgets.
Yes.
We call it midgets.
The midget
Midgetistan.
island.
But I mean, you know, they had the Lollipop Guild back in the day, right? So what are they going to have now? That's
Apparently, my friend Matt knows of some midgets that work in Home Depot in Leominster.
Home Depot.
Oh, we
well, I
gotta take our
know a
camera.
midget that works in Walmart. There's a midget that the
That must
Manchester
suck.
Walmart he works.
Why
That
don't,
must
you, yeah.
suck.
Why don't you bring him on the show?
Bring him on the show. Well, I'm not like close friends with him because he's a midget. I
What's
don't
that?
really-
Oh, yeah, you don't want to.
I don't, you know,
It's like the old Red Fox routine. Confucius say, "Elevator smell funny to smell different to midget.
I think I got that.
Elevator smells different to midget."
midgets, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was also an old Nipsey Russell routine where he was traveling somewhere in the African jungles, and there was like a midget pygmy woman marries like a 7 foot tall man, and he was saying that he was nuts over her, or something like that. But that's why they had the wedding. But
Oh
I
god.
just remember as being a wee little lad listening to that. You know, I snuck into my father's record collection and I pulled
We all
that
did.
out, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is."
Well, my dad didn't
this
have
is
any
good
dirty
humor.
ones. It was all Bill Cosby, and he was
Yeah.
sort of a
No,
clean
but Bill,
comic.
Bill Cosby had an R-rated album back in the day.
My dad didn't have
It was he had a 2 record set. That the first record was the afternoon set, which was the clean, and then the second record was the evening crowd, which was a more obscene R-rated. But it was Bill Cosby R-rated.
Right.
It wasn't him going nigga shit motherfucker. It wasn't
Right.
him doing.
It
like
wasn't
a-
Richard
It wasn't
Pryor.
Richard Pryor, but it was still him doing kind of body comedy. It was
Yeah.
him doing But it was actually a really, like, they've never re-released it. I've never
Huh.
seen it ever, because ever since he
That'd be
did
Well, the Good
that,
Doctor probably pulled it.
ever since he had that, family
Yeah, the Cosby
show,
Show.
and like, he's been known as a family comic, and he used to give a lot of shit to other comics. They never reissued this album. But this album was, I think it was called The Two Sides of Bill Cosby or something like that.
I can't see that from here. Hire little people.
There's
There's
a
a
special,
petition.
there's an application to hire midgets.
Oh, there is.
As a utility.
As a utility.
As like a
As a
like,
utility pole.
What?
as
them one
not as
by
a
one.
person, but like, if you want to like have like a little table, but you don't have a table,
Right.
you need something to hold your stuff, or like.
Like I want somebody to, like, I want something higher for my laptop
Right.
on the
You get a
shelf. I could
midget.
have a midget come in and hold the laptop.
Well, exactly.
Instead of the stool. Like, we could have a midget every week come in and hold the laptop.
It would be good is
Wow.
have the midget wear like a wireless router.
Oh, and have him be like with the, that'd be
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
A
worth
really
it.
long cord.
Have like a hat that has like a serving tray, so you can like pass around.
Well, I know when
Yeah.
when my nephew was getting married, like we were trying to plan his bachelor party, and everybody wanted me to try to hire midget strippers.
Yeah.
Like they were sending me emails every
They're a
day.
hot
of-
commodity.
There was so many like, oh, these people have midgets. Like every day, I'd get an email from somebody new that would be like, these people have midget
Whoa.
strippers. You got to hire these people. There's midget strippers. And it was like, I didn't think my oldest nephew would really appreciate, one, the strippers, or two, having them be midgets. Because he was the stricter of the two nephews.
We gotta be. I mean, no offense to him, but I mean,
Midget.
you gotta be kind of a
porn.
prude not to want midgets in your
That's
wedding.
fine.
Okay, so there is midgetporntube.com.
There's actually a specified midget.
Now
Midget
Oh,
jokes.
oh, that's not.
Uh,
Oh, God.
I don't even.
No.
I don't even want to know.
No.
Now I heard something. Did you guys hear about Did you guys hear about a rapper who's secretly a midget? Did you hear
A
anything?
secret. There's a blind item about a very famous rapper
Yes.
that it will come out sometime. I don't even know what. Chris is watching very horrifying. Horny midget, hot brunette getting pumped by a horny midget. It's just horrifying. He's just degrading himself to
My goodness.
watching midget porn. He's just wow.
Chris, Senator Santorum would not approve of this.
In fact, we're sending it out to like. Yeah, but you don't even see the midget though. Like, you don't really see him.
for the midget.
Like you don't even get to
Looks
see
like he's
the
doing a
midget.
kid.
What's even? I don't know. What is worse? Is the midget man fucking the adult woman, or the
The woman doing the midget.
regular sized man fucking a midget girl? It's just
I put in midget jokes and I got a really huge rack.
because really, if it's
Wow,
a
that's-
normal sized guy having
Wow.
sex with the midget girl, isn't it like having sex with the girl? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like you would think midget porn would be like two midgets.
Midget jokes, keep them short.
Like you would have like two midgets going at it. Wouldn't that be the thrill? of midget
Just by
porn?
that remark, I'm not going to check that out.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
sorry, Matt. It's good times. I think I killed the show.
You killed the show.
I killed the show with
watching
midgetporntube.com.
Midgets ruin
Everything
everything.
good,
Yeah.
every good porn site ends in tube for some reason. Like porntube.com, xtube.com.
Do you think that all started with the YouTube,
Of course it did.
or did well, porn was what started the internet, right? Al Gore
Yes.
created the internet for porn, right? So
Yeah, because Tipper was frigid.
Tipper was frigid, and Tipper was trying to outlaw everything else.
Yeah.
and Tipper.
But her husband invented.
Tipper caught him listening to Prince, right? And that's where the whole thing started. So he went and created this outlet for him to kind of get off on. So he created the internet, and he created porn
Excuse
tube,
me.
right, or whatever first, and that was.
Matt
what
says check for viruses on your computer. I'm not.
Yeah, I was
I don't
gonna
think
say,
there's viruses, but
midget-
there's some diseases. that-
Midget Tube probably has a lot of embedded Trojans and viruses in it.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you that one does. Yeah.
A lot of small diseases.
You're gonna need the window washer after that
Yeah.
one, probably. Yeah, you're gonna need some really good.
Oh.
You're gonna need the super
So
size.
on Friday night's edition of Who Let It Large Gone Global, we will be bringing in a video of midget porn for Glenn to.
Wow, you're really gonna make that family show, and
Yeah.
you're really gonna alienate all his viewers.
I'm gonna start advertising that on Glenn's show.
Are you midget? Well, you should just be plugging that midget.
Tonight's
porn
show is
channel.
brought to you by midgetporntube.com.
Well, what if they offered you advertising dollars, Glenn?
Yeah, what if they wanted to advertise in the paper?
Oh, but it's midget porn. It's
No,
different.
porn is porn.
What if somebody like Manhunt
Porn is
offered you?
porn.
Manhunt
Yeah,
is
Manhunt's
like
not a
the
porn
dating
site, right?
service.
We're not accepting the club in Bedford, so.
The club in
club?
Bedford.
The strip club, you don't
Yeah.
accept
Really?
any advertising?
No.
What are they called now? It used
What
to
are
be
we,
Mars,
Prude?
now is it like the Gold Club or something like that?
Matt, why aren't we getting those advertisements?
Hey, I'll pay you a commission if you go get them.
All right, but that Joker's Club,
15%.
I'll take
Yeah,
that.
is Joker's?
I'll take-
No, Joker's is the
Joker's
strip
Club
club.
is fine.
I'll take
Joker's Club?
Forbidden Fruit. I'll take them. I don't care. Anyone who wants to offer some money,
I'm always-
including midgetporntube.com. I'll take their money.
I got offered to screw a midget once. Yeah.
What was his name?
Steven.
Got it.
Steven the Midget.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Told me he just recently broke up with a guy named Chris.
Ooh.
Oh.
You've met Steven.
Yeah, that's Steven. Yeah.
So
Matt
there
in
you
the
go.
chat room says, I have a friend who tried Grindr on his smartphone. What the fuck do you think I've been watching on my phone like all night? I've been logging into Grindr.
Now, if Grindr wanted to advertise in Glenn's paper, would you allow
I've had
Grindr to
Grindr since last
advertise?
summer.
Would you do
Literally,
that? Would
I've
you
got
allow-
Grindr right now on my
Yeah,
phone.
You know who Grindr is?
I'm
You're
checking.
not on
I
Grindr?
don't either.
No, no.
What is it?
Oh.
Grindr? This is Grindr. This is who just somebody sent me a message. It's all the gay
It's like
gay
a-
people who are logged in.
It's like
you
a
can-
gay dating site, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
it like an interactive...
Why is it called
it's-
Grinder?
Did you grind things?
Wouldn't it be more grind Tim? Wouldn't it be more grind Tim than Grindr?
It is. That is a good point. What does the Grinder stand for? Why is it called
This guy
Grindr?
reminds me of Pete. I don't know why. Peter White.
Yeah, it does look a little bit like him.
Why do they call it Grinder? That is a good question.
I don't know. There's another one called Jacked, but that's
Jacked.
Yeah.
Mhm. But that's the one that actually gives you a map, right? And it tells you where they are at the precise. It's like the total stalking web type
Really?
based thing, right? Where it tells you exactly where all the gay men are right now. It gives you like a a Google map, and it has like these little flags that come up and say, "Oh, there's another one in your area." And
Weird.
you can but there's actually straight apps that are
Yeah.
doing that now. Too.
And this
It's like-
could be very dangerous for anybody who's like a homophobe and wants to take out gays.
Yeah.
They can see what their distance is.
and they can sit there, but you can go in there and like pretend to be like. But,
Oh, yeah.
But it's not just gays that are doing, because I was watching something on TV the other night. There's straight apps that do this now. It's like the total stalking apps now.
Oh, yeah.
Where you
Yeah,
can sit there
absolutely.
and you can pinpoint exactly where people are, and you can hook up right away with somebody and go, "Oh, you're over at the Queen City Examiner right now,
Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay, I'll come meet you. I'm right around the corner at Murphy's or whatever on Elm Street. I'm having a few, too many. I'll come right over and meet you over there at the Examiner." You know,
Right, right.
you know, and you know, well, what do you look like? Oh, I like that leisure suit you're wearing, Glenn. And you show up, and there you go, and that's what happened.
Oh, you did watch Friday night's episode then?
No, I did not
with
watch
his
Red.
green leisure suit.
Was he wearing a green leisure suit? Wow, see, and you know.
Now he's just-
All I know is when I was on Grindr the other night, some picture came up with a green leisure suit. And I was like, oh, that was Friday night. I'm like, oh, wow.
Couldn't be better than that. I'm not on Grindr.
Oh, sure. hmm
Matt says, as if Gaydar wasn't good enough for you. Well, I tried Gaydar, it didn't work. It's actually a sucky app.
Is there an actual app called Gaydar?
I bet there is.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sure
one called
there is.
Manhunt, so.
The human gator is much better.
That sounds like that would be a good talk show on
Mhm.
TV. Human Gator. Did you hear Rosie O'Donnell has lost her?
Yeah, speaking of gay celebrities.
Like
What happened?
she lost her show already.
Yeah, on the Oprah
Nobody-
Winfrey Network.
I didn't know
Nobody
she.
canceled.
I didn't know she had a.
got a new
Not a
show
lot of
on.
people did.
What is it? The
Yeah.
Owned Network or
Owned.
whatever it's called.
Oprah Winfrey Network.
Yeah, Owned or Own. Yeah, she.
Owned? That's racist. How dare you.
Owned. Oprah owns everything, right? So it's owned.
Oh, I thought you
Owned.
meant something else.
No, I'm not talking about slavery. Is that what
Oh,
you're talking about?
goodness,
No.
no.
Oprah's like
You're
the
a
richest
slave
woman in
for
this
Oprah.
world. isn't
She is, yes.
No, was Rosie's show only on for a few months?
Yeah, I think they said it was 5 months.
And like nobody was watching it.
No.
But when was it on? I don't even think like it's on a network nobody has.
Yeah,
Unless you
with a lot of designing women marathons.
unless you want to pay the extra like, $95 for that digital
what-
package or whatever it is.
Now,
that
why'd
goes
she
on.
lose her show already? Was there a controversy or
Very-
just
no, very low
bad
ratings.
Oh, just yeah, she didn't do anything
Extremely low.
controversial. I guess it was just a horrible show.
I've
Like,
never understood the appeal.
And she's
of
still
her.
around. I mean, she guest hosted for Piers Morgan
Yes,
recently.
this week.
So
Really?
Saw that,
know.
What's his name?
What's that?
Ghost hosted for
Here's one.
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan?
Piers Morgan, yes.
Piers, not
Piers.
Pierce. It's Piers.
Right, correct.
Piers.
Yeah, everyone says it wrong.
They all say Pierce.
His guests all say it wrong, and he doesn't correct them.
Well, he's a
And I
nice guy.
Don't
He
really
doesn't like
care about him, so I'll call him Pierce if I want to. He's Pierce.
Bring it for nothing.
Well,
Ha! How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Just like that Geraldo Rivera guy.
Geraldo. Oh,
Just like him.
Glenn's got the Geraldo mustache.
so speaking of peers, Kirk Cameron was
Piers.
on there. What did you think of his
I don't
comments?
care about Kirk Cameron.
No.
No,
He was
I think we
recently
actually
on there,
talked
was
about
he, or
this
was he?
Did we?
the last week, I think, or the week before.
We talked about that specifically?
I thought we did.
You touched upon a little bit.
No, I enjoyed the throngs of celebrities that came out and spoke out against
Yes.
Kirk's
And-
comments,
and-
including Alan Thicke and Tracy Gold.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but what about
Really?
his gay castmate? Like, he hasn't come out and said anything, because the other, his brother on the show is actually openly gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
he?
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's,
Leonardo DiCaprio's openly gay.
no, the other one.
Everyone remember
No,
that season?
DiCaprio was
I
not
forgot
his
about
brother.
it.
DiCaprio was the street hood that
Yeah.
showed up for that last season.
He was the
whatever.
Oliver.
Yeah, he was the Oliver. But the kid that played the brother, the younger brother, he came out of the closet a while ago.
Jeremy something, right?
Yeah, I thought didn't he?
I
come
don't
out?
think so.
I thought he was one of the ones
Danny
that came
Notaro
out
came out
from Who's the Boss.
Yeah.
But I thought the kid from The Growing Pains, I thought he came out of the closet a while ago and said that he was, or was he a drug addict?
I think he was a drug addict.
Because I thought there was big news where I thought he was openly gay. I thought he was somebody that was standing up for gay rights. And I was surprised that he didn't come out and
But I saw Neil Patrick Harris tweeted that Kirk Cameron is hilarious.
but again, Kirk Cameron is very radical in his religious beliefs. So are we persecuting him because he's standing behind his
Growing
religion,
pains
or are we
things. I don't
persecuting him
want
because he's
growing-
just a chucklehead for going on national news and saying stuff?
Now everybody has a right to their opinion.
I mean,
You know-
he was standing behind his, because he did.
He's standing behind his
He's
convictions.
standing behind his convictions because of his religious beliefs. He went really, he went to an extreme, and the funny thing about his religion was all because of his girlfriend. Because his girlfriend he met on his show was ultra religious.
Yes.
And because he actually, if you read, I'm not obsessed with Kirk Cameron in any way, but it was if you
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not really. I'm not.
Yeah,
really,
you
but
are.
I just,
You-
I
you
was
had-
kind of
you had Kirk
fascinated.
Cameron
Does it say? If you look
posters.
at Jeremy Miller, is he straight or gay? Does it say on IMDb or whatever?
It looks like he was a picture with his wife there.
Oh, so so maybe it was a drug addict then. I
There's a-
get the two confused.
There's a Jeremy
drug addict
Miller-
or gay. I always get it confused. But maybe I was thinking
European or
of,
gay.
maybe I was thinking of the kid from Who's the Boss.
Personal life doesn't really say.
Because I thought he came out in the closet. I thought he was. Or no, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm sorry. Isn't it the mom is gay on that show?
Joanna Kearns?
I thought Joanna Kearns said she was gay. I thought she's the one that came out.
Remember.
Somebody on that show was gay.
Tracy Gold was anorexic,
Yeah.
or bulimic. There was that. 86.
Was Boner gay? Somebody on that show was gay.
No, but he died.
Somebody was gay on that show. Was Kirk
Poor
Cameron
Boner.
gay? But
Well, he could be
He
a
could be.
self-hating
could
gay.
be. Could
he
be
was
something.
in my head when I had
but
his
the
poster
thing
up
about
on the wall.
the thing that I found fascinating
Last
about him
year.
was when he met his wife on the set of the
Yeah.
TV show, and she was ultra religious, and she actually got him into his religion that he's into now. So
See? Bitches are to blame.
He was kind of.
Everything
kind
in
of-
life is about a bitch.
It was one of those kind of hey, if I want to kind of get with her, and I remember seeing some True Hollywood story about that too, where he was kind of talking about he wanted to date her, and she said, if you want to be with me, you have to read this book or whatever, and it was kind of one of those things where he chased
Was it
after her.
Dianetics?
No, it wasn't. No, it
Was it
wasn't.
Dianetics?
She's not a Scientologist, but it was But I remember he was trying to go after her because he was attracted to her and he was lusting after her, and she kind of got him into becoming more of a believer, and then he became this born again Christian.
Excuse me.
But I mean, for him to, he was kind of foolish for him to come on that show in national TV, but
No, she's Joanna Kearns is married.
all right. So maybe I'm thinking of another.
I mean,
show.
Meredith Baxter came out.
Oh, maybe that's
Maybe
what
that's
you're
what I'm
thinking
thinking of.
Yeah.
Because I get those two shows were so similar. Maybe that's
even
maybe
the theme
that's what I'm
song.
thinking
You
of.
start singing
Maybe that's what I was
I don't
thinking
know.
of.
the
I think
Growing
for-
Pains theme song, and then you try and think of the Family Ties theme song, and it's almost impossible to separate the two.
To separate the two.
Yeah, but the Growing Pains theme doesn't have that fa la 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 at the end.
Right, but that's the one thing that everybody remembers from
Yes.
Family Ties is the fa la la la.
I think Family Ties was a far superior show.
Family Ties was a lot
Compared to-
more like I think Family Ties
Oh, yeah.
was a better show.
Much-
it was
much smarter.
funnier and had a lot more like the humor was a lot better.
Yeah.
The actual plot lines were a lot better, and you actually had I think better actors.
Oh, definitely.
And you had
Absolutely.
and who had better careers after? Like because I mean Michael J. Fox went on.
Michael, well,
To
I would say he's the
superstardom after
biggest
that.
star out of all of them.
Yeah.
Even with if you add Who's the Boss in there, I mean, Tony Danza didn't really go too far. He had his own talk show. It was successful, but he's not. Michael J. Fox was the one who had the biggest career.
Yeah, but Tony Danza had Taxi before Who's the Boss. Who's the Boss was kind of like I mean
True.
Tony Danza.
Yeah, he's had
Tony
a
Danza.
good
That Who's
career.
the Boss was
Yeah.
like kind of like hey,
But-
you had a successful career with Taxi. We're going to
If
give you
you're
another.
looking, A-list
series.
would be Michael J. Fox, and then you're looking B-list for Tony Danza. I would not consider Tony Danza to be an A-list star.
No. But
But
Michael
yeah,
J. Fox, I mean, he had his like movie career, and then
Yep.
he had Spin City, which was a successful show. I mean, Michael J. Fox has had like production credits to his name.
Yep.
He's got that Parkinson's thing going. So I mean, come on, that's
he
that's
was
a
just
big-
on Piers Morgan the other night.
The thing,
And for whoever there's a commentator there who's been filling in for Piers since he's been on assignment. Which I don't know. Is he still doing the trial in Europe because
I
he
don't
was part
know.
of the?
I don't know.
But they asked Michael J. Fox, because Rush is back in the spotlight again with all the comments about the sluts and the prostitutes. Do you want
whores.
to talk about, back in 2006 when he said that you were faking by doing the whole shaking on camera? And
No,
he's
yeah.
like, I just.
you don't watch Curb Your
Oh.
Enthusiasm or anything like that, do you? That show.
The first couple of seasons, I haven't got a chance to catch up to with it.
Because the thing that he's Michael J. Fox is on Curb Your Enthusiasm, like the last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he lives in the building with Larry.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I haven't seen it in a long
Curb Your
time, but I
Enthusiasm is
love
one
it.
of the
Yeah.
funniest shows ever.
It is
had.
it's a
And
great show.
I don't like. They should just put that on regular TV. Like, there's
Yes.
nothing offensive.
But they,
there's nothing that outrageous in this show.
They do
There's-
show the syndicated version on channel 14.
There's occasional
and
profanity.
TV, yeah, like they say fuck a couple
TV
times,
38.
stuff like that. But you could have that show on regular
Right.
TV. Well, Michael J. Fox, like the last, like the season, like closing episode of the last season, he's living in the same building with Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
And Michael J. Fox, of course, is in just overload of Parkinson's, and he's doing so much stuff to fuck with Larry, and he's blaming it all on the Parkinson's. And because Michael J. Fox is a god in New York, and because he has Parkinson's, everybody thinks Larry is crazy. Because you can't do anything bad towards Michael J. Fox.
Right.
So, like, he'll just bump into Larry and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Larry, it's the Parkinson's." And it's blatant, and he's up all night stomping on the floor and keeping Larry up, and Larry will complain. He's like, "Well, it's cramping in my foot because the Parkinson's, Larry. I'm sorry, I gotta wear these special boots. They're these giant hiking boots."
Yeah.
So he complains to the board of the building, and they're like, "Well, if we get another complaint, we're gonna kick you out of this building." And he's like, why are you, like, he's up, 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep. They're like, it's Michael J. Fox, the man has Parkinson's, do you not understand? And it's like, they're just like, he's milking it. And everywhere they go, even Mayor Bloomberg gets involved. It's like, oh, it's one of the funniest episodes.
That's awesome.
And Michael J. Fox is totally just in on, for
Yeah.
him to just be cool enough to just be
Yeah.
on that show, poke fun at himself.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And just play like the whole thing as a joke, and the whole show what the hell is Glenn doing? Glenn, what the hell are you doing? Why are you bringing an elephant in on the show? Like
Because it is.
he's great.
It's the Parkinson's.
It's the it's Lumpy the Parkinson's elephant. Everybody, he's coming on the show. Hey, all right.
It does that, yeah. That's what it does, Scott.
It shakes. It sits there and shakes, and it does all
It
weird
shakes
It-
the penis.
Yeah, mine goes up that like that. Just so you know,
But
just so you know what you're getting into.
Okay.
Oh
but-
my.
But the thing that's great about it is it's like, the whole episode too, Larry goes around and he randomly just finds magazines and he draws a Hitler mustache and Hitler hair on magazines.
Yeah.
So he randomly goes to Michael J. Fox's apartment and he just sits down for a minute and he sees this magazine sitting on the coffee table and he puts a Hitler mustache and then like a Hitler haircut. It turns out to be Michael J. Fox's father-in-law on the cover of the magazine. But it's just
The show is deliciously
the
awkward.
show
It
is
really
just, but it's just a great show. It's
Yeah.
like the show, like I every episode I've watched, there's been like at least 1 or 2 moments where you just laugh out loud.
Yeah.
funny at
Yeah.
it.
The
And-
last season I remember watching all the way through was the one where Mel Brooks wanted to cast him in the producers,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought that was a good season. But yeah, it is just so it's cringeworthy. Like
Yeah.
there's
But-
a lot of cringeworthy moments in
Oh,
that
and,
show.
and when you watch it,
like
you
when he
can-
calls the gay guy a cunt, and the gay guy just like totally flips out.
But when you watch it, you can actually you see, if you were a Seinfeld fan, you see the character of George
Oh, yeah.
in him, like because
Yeah.
you know he based George on
Yeah.
himself, of course, and you see and there's even that season where he was doing the whole Seinfeld reunion.
And that's I think that was the one just after the producers, and I
Yeah.
really want to catch it.
Because that one, the whole thing is Jason Alexander is getting pissed off, or he's getting pissed at Jason Alexander because Larry's losing his girlfriend to Jason Alexander because she's so attracted to Jason Alexander because he's acting like George in the whole season, and it's only because it's the way he's right. And it's just but you watch the show, and he's so neurotic and all the things of the show, and it's like, I never got into it before. I never got into it. I was a Seinfeld fan, and I never got into it, and I started watching it, and I'm just like, I don't know why I didn't get into it in the beginning, because it was just like, the show is smart, it's funny, it's
Yeah.
great, and I didn't know Michael J. Fox was in it, and I was just looking.
I didn't
at
know
it,
he was in it.
Well, he was on this episode, and I was like, and I went into this on demand on it, and I watched it, and it was one of the funniest episodes because it's all blaming Parkinson's on
Yeah.
everything, and like Larry makes a comment about going to a movie theater, seeing one of Michael J. Fox's movies. He's like, okay, wait, let me get this straight, Larry. So you're gonna get the DeLorean from my movie, go back in time to see one of my movies since I haven't done a movie since 1984 or something. He's like, because it's a great thing, but it just.
I'll have to I'll have to catch up on all. The
I'm sure they're on the
episodes.
Netflix.
Yes.
And have you seen the thing about Netflix now? There's no more Stars. Stars has pulled out of Netflix now. That was the other news story that happened this
Oh,
week.
I don't like when things pull out.
Yes, Stars pulled out of Netflix officially. They've lost over 1,000 movies on Netflix
Wow.
again. So, the Stars channel finally pulled out. They pulled out, and they didn't tell Stars they were pulling out, and so Stars now has an unwanted baby.
Oh.
So, but it's a miracle of God.
Use the rhythm.
That unwanted baby is a miracle of God. So Stars and Netflix isn't going to abort that baby. So that baby will stay.
You
in
lost
there.
me on the analogy.
Well,
I like where you were going, but you lost me on the analogy.
Well, there's a problem with if Stars
Well, did
pulled
Stars
out. why
pull
would
out, or
there
did
be a baby?
Netflix pull out?
I
No,
pulled out.
There wouldn't
Stars.
be a baby if Stars pulled out.
No, Stars pulled out, but when it pulled out, it actually pulled out too late.
Oh.
Oh,
So
I
that's
see.
what happened. No, Stars pulled out on, I think it was Thursday. So they just dropped all of their programming that was on there. They don't do the instant streaming anymore on Netflix. So who knows if that's actually going to affect Netflix's subscribers again, since they recently raised our rates, and now they've lost another chunk of movies, and they haven't really. They sent out a press release again saying. They didn't tell us that we were losing Stars. They didn't send that press release, but they sent out a press release saying, hey, good news for all you subscribers. We just added a whole bunch of TV shows. And I'm like, I think I got Netflix for movies. I didn't
Yeah.
really get it for TV shows.
Isn't that what Hulu Plus is for? Is for the TV shows?
Or Hulu, or regular Hulu, or
Yeah.
or just TV in general. I mean, it's you can go to like regular television websites and
Yeah,
watch
NBC.com
those. Yeah,
and watch-
you can watch those TV shows. Like even regular Hulu. Can't you go to regular Hulu and see regular TV shows now? You don't have to pay the extra money.
A
So.
lot of times it's like the last 5 episodes that they'll keep.
Yeah. Or can't you just turn on your television and put on your on-demand now and watch the last
Yeah.
5 episodes or so on-demand?
yeah.
So.
Televisions will be a thing of the past.
Yeah, but, so now, there's no more Stars or Star Streaming or any of those Disney movies or any of those things on
Wow,
Netflix.
Showtime's even starting to suck.
Showtime is.
Showtime, yeah. I went on the movie section for that.
Oh, the movies on Showtime suck.
Oh my, what?
The
I didn't
TV
know.
shows, that's one of the reasons I want to keep Showtime is because of its series, but that's
Dexter
about it.
and,
I
Dexter,
think it's some, like,
Weeds,
softcore porn. I mean, that's about it.
Shameless.
So.
There's hardly any softcore porn left on Showtime.
I know, but I can get them
It's
on
like
demand.
Saturday at 4 in the morning, and I'm not going to stay up till 4 in the
well,
morning.
isn't that why people got Cinemax? Wasn't Cinemax the softcore porn channel?
Yes.
Wasn't that pretty
Yeah.
much what their
Skinemax.
kind of thing was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this TV show I used to watch called Real Sex.
Well, that was on HBO.
That's
Real
HBO.
Sex. Yeah, that's
HBO. Yeah, I'm thinking of HBO. Yeah, HBO's that was interesting. I used to watch it. You know, every night it would come on, and you know, it'd have like nice, like not just straight sex, like other kind of fetishes that people have, and other kind of like activities that people participate in, and you know, like masturbation in a group, and you know.
I remember that episode.
I do too. The banana, like forbidden fruit, I think bananas and experiment bananas. and plus like wife swap my wife, and swap each other's wives and do activities and stuff like that.
When
But
you were a
there was one-
teenager and it was before the internet, like real sex was our spank bank.
And it was pretty graphic, though, too,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Because I don't think they had an actual new real sex show on there in a long time on
No,
HBO.
they haven't.
But I remember the show was graphic.
Between
though, 'cause I
that one
remember
and
you would
Taxi
see-
Cab
very
Confessions.
That and that show Cat House.
Cat House. Well,
Cat
the
House was
whorehouse.
really graphic. Yeah, the
The
Whorehouse
whorehouse.
show was really graphic too, because I remember that you would see like it was like that was the closest thing to porn you'd see on there.
Thing I didn't get though on HBO.
Or the Playboy channel that was scrambled and you looked for a nipple. That's it. That's all you were just really looking for. was
Look for a little bit of a nipple, and
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Oh, I can see a little bit."
The thing I saw on HBO, I was watching that real sex show, and the thing, I described all the kind of stuff that they usually show. There was this one episode that really threw me for a loop. They were showing all these sexual activities. Then they went to a part of the show where they had this people who fantasized about being babies.
Oh, that's creepy.
It was a
Yeah,
weird,
I
bizarre
get that.
episode. I mean, like adults
They
dress
now
up
go
in
to
di-
Jerry. That's,
Yeah, they dress up in diapers. They dress up in little onesies, and they pretend they're babies.
Change me.
It was a
Ew.
very, very weird episode.
Actually, Dr. Phil had one this past week.
Because he's a doctor, quotation marks. Do we want to wrap it up?
Why did the baby thing touch you too close to home?
Yeah,
Your
it did.
fetish
I'm
that you
a
have?
little, I'm a little disturbed now.
When
no,
you
I
went
just,
to the store and you bought your diapers
Yeah.
today, because you know that's what you're going to do when you go home.
I think we should end it on that note.
Your little binky
I
when you
think
go
we
home.
need to end it on that note.
Here you go. This will bring back some memories.
thank
when
you.
used to dress up.
Put it right on your lap.
Yes,
put the head right on your
put
lap.
it right on your lap, and you'll get that trunk to show right off. That
Oh, stop.
elephant will ejaculate.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
Glenn's getting excited over there.
he's a
Don't
good
mess with his
elephant.
elephant.
He's a good.
Does that elephant have a name, Glenn? Does he have a
No.
special? He's not a bully. He's not a.
Bleh.
He doesn't have. He's not Ted the bully, the elephant, or
No.
who's another politician that we're against here? That's a local politician. That was something I saw on the Real Sex show once. That was they had. I remember the last show of the Real Sex I saw was the puppetry of the penis.
I remember that.
They
one
had
too, yeah.
the guys from Australia that go out and they tour all over the country and they do all the different things with their penis.
Spawn.
And they make all the different like balloon animals with
Oh,
their
God.
dicks.
Yeah.
It was like the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. And I just want to make the announcement next week we're going to have those gentlemen here. So
Oh, excellent! All right.
we're gonna have them here doing puppetry of the penis.
We
So
need
I-
to get them and some midgets.
We're gonna have them and some
Good-
midgets.
It's going to be a great
It's
fucking
going to be a great show.
And some African Americans.
Well, we don't know if they're from Africa. We're going to have to look at their green cards. We're going to
They're
have to
gonna
look at their idea.
It's all right. They're going to be South Africans. They'll be white. Oh, I'm sorry. Was
Oh.
that racist?
Oh, like Dave Matthews kind of Africans.
exactly.
Good.
Nice.
All right. Well,
He wouldn't rob
We'll
anybody.
leave it on
No.
that note. Got anything coming up? Siren Agency.
Siren Agency, yes. Well, I normally would have a show to promote, but I'm not really happy because I got fucked out of a show.
Is this the thing announced down there?
Yeah, what happened
I
was
got fucked during a show.
Give us the dirt.
Oh, we want to know.
All right.
Did Christian do something against you? Is it all his fault?
It wasn't Christian.
All right.
What happened was, remember last time I was on Verbally Jack, I promoted about the Spies Like Us show.
Yes.
Kami-Sato playing at Ground Zero, June 2nd. And what ended up happening was that Metalworks Agency and the Alkaline Agency, both agencies teamed up to sign a contract for that show with me.
Mm-hmm.
And after I signed that contract, they decided to back out of it because it was, I guess it was a group of people, including some of the band members, bad-mouthing Christian, bad-mouthing the venue, and saying it wouldn't be a good venue to play at. What I don't get is that why did it decide to come up after I signed the contract?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't it come up right when it was announced, like when it was brought to the table? You guys want to play at Ground Zero? The right thing to do would be like, no, because I don't like this about Ground Zero. I don't like this about Ground Zero. Christian's a douchebag, all this and that. When you decided to let it out after the contract was signed, after it was already promoted, after it was already, out there. And
Yeah.
so they decided to cancel it because they, like I said, they didn't think it would be a good venue for it to be at. And plus, some members of Spies Like Us did not like Christian. So I was pissed. And guess who they give the show to? Take a lucky guess.
The Jews.
The Jews.
General Money.
I think he. No.
General Money.
Um,
Uh-oh.
Dave
Watching.
Southworth.
Hey, we miss you.
Oh,
Dave Southworth. You remember like my pastimes of verbal ejaculation? I always talk about Dave Southworth, how
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. He might as well be Jewish.
I don't badmouth.
Southworth
many
is
people,
a
but-
Jewish
So-
Are
name.
you gonna
Southwest
get him
Steam.
for breach of contract?
Look at this.
Yeah, well, what happened was that I went to go to do that, and what happened is that I talked to a lawyer. A actually guy does like handles contracts and does like all these legalized crap, and he says that there needs to be a witness, and there was no witnesses.
Can I get a
It was only Metalworks and Alkaline Agency, which is if any of them are watching tonight, you guys are fucking douchebags. There.
There.
Yeah,
You heard him.
Yeah,
You heard
yeah,
it
yeah.
here.
So the Silent Agency does have some new stuff coming up though, other than the show that got canceled. We got T-shirts that came out.
Oh,
So it's T-shirts. They're $8 for the front logo,
Mhm.
$10 for the front logo, and our motto, "Calling all bands" on the back, our slogan.
okay.
They'll be sold at shows. We do have another show coming up March 31st at Anchors Up in Haverhill, Mass. With Monarch, Run For Your Guns, Live This Day, and Skamahia.
And what?
Skamahia, it's a ska band. That's,
So as I say, I think I had that once. I had to get some penicillin.
that sounds like a disease. That back is a Skamahia.
Yeah, it was a rough
Yeah.
couple
Can't
days.
scratch my wiener.
Couple
Sounds like
awards.
something that you would have to squat over some meat to get rid of.
Yes.
That's what that sounds
Yeah,
like.
Yeah.
and then this
Yeah.
why my or whatever
Yeah,
just
you
comes
just
out
wait.
your
You
ass.
just play the waiting game.
So,
You just wait. You just
All
wait
you do.
over some raw meat.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what's going on, and also
Siren Agency is available on Facebook.
available on Facebook, and plus you can contact us at sirenagency.com.
All right.
And,
Oh, is that up?
And hold on, and about 48 minutes from now, voting for Band of the Week will be done.
All right.
So
Get your votes in. Matt Connerton Unleashed. You had a 7 o'clock edition tonight. You're thinking about possibly moving the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the live edition of Matt Connerton Unleashed is now 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday nights, right before the Peter White Show at 8. And of course, we were talking before the show, Glenn and I, about Wednesday nights doing the television edition. Hopefully soon, whenever Glenn's ready to have me start doing that here
Got
at
it.
QCnews.com. And I have also brought back the Express edition, which
Express
is
edition.
a podcast only, not live show that goes up 30-minute podcast every Tuesday and Thursday.
Excellent.
So 3 versions of Matt Connerton
Three
Unleashed.
versions of Matt Connerton Unleashed.
Hey, are you sure the sirenagency.com doesn't work?
it does work. The link. I was sent a link because our Taylor Gagnon, one of our promoters on Siren Agency, he's the one that operates the website.
Right.
He's the one that creates it and designs it and stuff. And he sent me a link, and it was just straight sirenagency.com.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I tried to go to it before too. It brings me to something where I can register a domain. But
I type in the Siren Agency into
get
Google, and the first one
strippers
that
from
comes up,
Brisbane.
yeah,
Yeah.
strippers. Well, for the
happens
time
if-
being, people can go to.
what happens if you try sirenagency.com? Did you try going to?
I got the same thing where you can register your page.
Yeah,
So in the
Business
meantime,
woman on it.
while we
Yeah,
figure it out,
it's-
we'll go to facebook.com and find the Siren Agency, and of course,
we'll
want to
send
promote.
links.
Yeah.
Want to promote Roulette at Large Gone Global, available on Friday nights live, 8 p.m. Eastern, with Matt and I as co-hosts, and the fabulous Glenn R.J. Roulette as host. You can catch that at qcenews.com, ipmnation.com/roulette.
And Facebook.
And Facebook,
Facebook.
yes.
Facebook. We can view it on the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
On the Facebook.
Wow, on the Facebook.
And because we are part of the Amsterdam channel, we got to give a shout out to the guys at Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Wednesdays, 11 p.m. Eastern, live on ipmnation.com and TV23 if you live in the Manchester area,
And parts of Hooksett.
and parts of Hooksett, and the Peter White Show available Sunday nights at 8 p.m. at Eastern on ipmnation.com, and of course Verbal Ejaculation. We will be back 9:30 Eastern next week for another live edition. So I want to thank everybody out there. Hope you're all recovering well from whatever you did last night.
SARS.
Yep.
If you have SARS, I
SARS.
hope you're
Anal
recovering well.
leakage.
SARS,
Bird flu.
SIDS.
Yeah, polio.
I had
Hims.
SIDS. I had SIDS once.
Did you have SIDS once? You
I
clear that up?
came out of it.
You're
Uh,
lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Statistically speaking, you're very lucky.
It's like 1 in a gazillion. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next week at 9:30. Glenn, you want to take us out?
Maybe
does
you
it wanna
had
take us?
sins such